Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode. I'm Michael Petro. On the show, you've got Jimmy Skinner, Martin Navarro, myself, and Charles Fernandez doing some serious debating for you. Mass debating, if you will. What are we debating about? Well, this one is dedicated to our Winnipeg fans, our Manitoba fans, anybody who's from the Great 204. That's our area code for you stateside folks that knows what I'm about to talk about. And what we do here in this province, and I'm sure it's done elsewhere, I just know it's really focused here, is we have these things called wedding socials. And it's a big party before the actual wedding. So it's kind of like a wedding, except everybody's in comfier clothes. And what you do is you dance, you eat late night snacks, you buy tickets, and you throw them in for silent auction prizes. You can do a bunch of stuff. You can have them themed. You can throw them at Christmas. You can throw them at Halloween. You can even use them to raise money for causes. It's a Manitoba social, whether it's for a wedding, which is its tradition. You can do them for anything. If you need a friend and you want to raise some money, have a social. That's what we do here. So we decided, wouldn't it be fun to marry two of our favorite characters and plan their wedding social? So we've got the food, we've got the music, we've got the booze, we've got the tropes, we've got the theme. We've even got GoBots and Transformers this week, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Martin Navarro. How he does it, I will never fucking know. But he managed to pull in the GoBots and the Transformers into a fundraiser. It's amazing. I'm going to shut up because you'll just listen. So that's what's on the show for you this week. There's a little blurb in the show notes. It's a website that tells you all about what we do here to kind of give you a better idea of what you're about to listen to. Give you some backstory, if you will. So that's what's on the show. Nothing really new to report for house cleaning. We're still working with our local live spots. Might be a Comic-Con rolling through in October that you could maybe see us at if you were so inclined and you lived in the great Winnipeg, Manitoba area or outside of it. But as soon as we know that we can go back to our live shows, we'll be letting all of our local fans know. If you feel like flying in for it, that's a really expensive way to not have a good time. But, if you're so inclined, I can't stop you. So, yeah, that's about it for housekeeping, I think. Yeah, it is. I'm going to make it. That's all it is. For everybody who's new here, stick around for, I don't know, minute and a half at most. I'll do it real quick. If you've been around forever, step inside the theater, grab your seat. Show's about to begin. You know that. So, to you new people, if you've pressed play for the first time, if this is your second or third or fourth attempt at us, and you're like, I don't know, or you love us, and you're like, fuck, give me more, stick it in my veins. I hope that's not you, but you know what I mean. That the point of what I'm trying to make here is if you like what you heard, there's three things we would love for you to do. The first one is subscribe to the show. Plain and simple. Just subscribe. That's free. That's easy. That's one button. It's quick and painless. But if you like what you've heard and you want to throw some bucks at us, let's say $1 or $2 pocket change underneath the couch cushions, underneath the car seat, right? Or in the glove box, whatever. You find a couple bucks, you can throw it our way. It goes a long way. There's a donation tab at the bottom of all of this jargon in the episode. Click on it. Thank you if you decide to do that. And number two, we have a merch tab. It's pretty simple. It's called The Prop Shop. It's on threadless.com. Lots of cozy, cool, weird shit. We have skateboards. I don't know if there's another podcast out there who has skateboards. I'm sure there is, but I don't know about it, so it doesn't exist to me. Point is, these are the two ways you can support the show if you would like to throw some change, some bucks at us, right? No pressure. We all have day jobs. We love what we're doing. It just goes into the cost and production of the show. And then if you do so, we'll shout your name out on the show. We'll talk about you. You can do this for somebody else. If you want to send us a donation on behalf of somebody else, we will make fun of them on the show. We'll do a whole profile on them, if you will. I'm waiting for the first person to do this. That's the $5 touch in the donation tab. You send us a donation of $5. We'll embarrass one of your friends. We'll talk about their movie tastes, what they like to watch for TV. We'll call them out. We'll have some fun with it, right? We don't mean any harm, obviously. So that's it. Yeah, that's how you give us a shot. That's how you help us out if you're so inclined. And if you're not, great. No harm, no foul, guys. It's all good. Besides that, let's do the top 10. Yeah, let's do the top 10. Okay, so top 10 on this show. We just like to give a shout out to the top 10 places that listen to us. Now, with that said, we love everybody that listens. Every single download means a lot to us because we're no Joe Rogan. We're no Dak Shepard. We're a fucking bunch of geeks in my basement doing this. So we love it. We tune in each week. We print the stats out. We review it. We wonder who the hell's listening where. It's fun. And it's because of you guys. So we like to shout out the top 10 places that do some heavy lifting for us. Number 10, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. 9, Washington, the entire state. 8, Null. I think that's in Quebec. 7, San Jose. 6 and 5, Smithers, BC, and Vancouver, BC. rounding into the top 5, we've got Concord, North Carolina, and Boardman, California, putting up some big numbers. Thank you guys very much. These little pockets around the world always make us laugh and go, who in North Carolina gives a shit about us up in Canada? And then the number 3 spot and the number 1 spot are the same. So Castos, I'm shouting out at you, our hosting site, Winnipeg and Winnipeg, Manitoba are the same. So put those in the same column, please. Anyways, Winnipeg, Manitoba, coming in at number 1 and number 3. So technically they're 1/3 of the top 5, but it doesn't matter. The point is, thank you to everybody who listens. Thank you to our home base fans. Thank you to our fans around the world. We're seeing shit in Australia, South America, South Africa. It's so weird. It's so weird. I want to meet you people that are listening to the show that we don't know anything about each other. What do you find so interesting about us? Don't answer that. Just keep listening. Anyways, thank you to everybody, but to our top 10 as always. We appreciate it. I got nothing else. I'll shut the fuck up. I know I lied. This was more than a minute and a half, but hey, that's the game. I'll cue the reel, and you enjoy the show.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everyone, to the official space section of the chart.
What's the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Sir, you're out of order. Out of order. I show you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Reel Debaters production. I am Michael Petro, and joining me in studio is
Charles Fernandez.
across from him is
Skin Dog Millionaire.
that's got to be the title of your porno.
It sounds like the name of his penis.
That's a better name for a penis. Totally. I'm calling you Skin Dog Millionaire from now on.
I deserve it.
Skin Dog. Skin Dog. And out in burning Vancouver, BC.
The cyclist of justice, Martin Navarro. What is going on?
Is that a comic book you're writing?
No, it's from a character from an anime called One Punch Man. The character's name is Cyclist. He's basically just a guy who rides like a bicycle with a toque on and just some armor, but he has no powers. And he just gets beat up all the time. Like he does nothing, but just gets the shit kicked out of him.
I saw it on Netflix. Like I haven't seen it, but it was on Netflix. I think it still is, and it looks awesome.
Oh, it's great. One Punch Man is such a fun anime, but there's only one season on Netflix. I think the other seasons you got to go to like Crunchyroll or something to get the latest ones.
Charles, you want to bring your mic up just to your pretty face?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Hello.
There's that rich voice.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. Give me the bass.
You gotta rub your nose against the foam because it's clean, and because I clean them before you guys show up.
Good. It's all up to protocols.
It is. So, without further ado, I'll stop rubbing my nose and creating ASMR over here. Jimmy, what did you watch this week?
Oh, geez, we're jumping right into it, right?
Why not? Let's not waste any fucking time. These people have valuable time.
Well, okay. Well, then I won't talk about Too Hot to Handle.
No, please do. Please do.
Yes.
Please. There's no way I'm going to see it unless it's through you. So please talk about it.
You know, I hate reality TV so fucking much. And I was told by just too many people to give this a try. So I gave it a try, and I hate myself so much. It's fun.
Okay, break it down for anybody who has no idea and has rolled over that on Netflix.
Okay, so they find beautiful people from all over the world. They put them on an island without telling them that they can't fuck, and then they tell them they can't fuck.
Yeah, the only way that they can win money is to not do anything of a sexual nature.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can win money.
And they're all just beautiful.
Yeah, and super young, and they're like, in their mind, they've never had a day where they didn't get laid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the hardest thing in the world. It's like Fear Factor. Their Fear Factor, basically.
I would eat a pile of bugs to be on this island.
Like, as a viewer? Like, as someone in the woods?
I would argue I am beautiful.
Martin, you want to take that one?
I got nothing.
So does the room. Jimmy, continue.
I'm, like I said, not going to talk about Too Hot to Handle.
No, I'm going to make you talk about it. Hang
All
on.
right.
Because this is a hot take here. So, literally, I've seen like 30 seconds of it. Charles, have you seen any of it?
Yeah, I'm almost done season 2.
You're fucking horrible.
It's bad.
Martin, have you seen any of it?
I've seen 10 minutes, and I remember seeing the 10 minutes. It's not like Mean Girls where I didn't see the first 7 minutes and don't remember. This, I remember the full 10 minutes, high of a kite, and couldn't watch it. I had to stop. I'm like, nope.
Everybody is just so insufferable.
Yeah.
but it makes it fun to watch them suffer.
Are they all like? Are they? Is it a global show? Is it people from every part of the
Yes,
world?
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, mostly the United Kingdom.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I remember that because there's a lot of English
And
people.
then they include one Canadian from each. So in season 1, they had somebody from BC.
Yeah.
And in season 2, they had someone from Toronto.
Yeah.
And they just put British Columbia, Canada. And Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Like they're very close.
Yeah.
And it just makes me so happy that Americans think they're just side by side.
It's the county over.
You could just walk it.
Yeah.
You said somebody on the first season was on from BC.
Yes.
Martin, what was the show like?
It was didn't get laid, but I didn't win any money either, so I don't know how that worked out. What happened there?
He failed to make an emotional connection.
He's like, guys, I'm moving out to Vancouver. Really, he was just auditioning for Too Hot to Handle. And it was like a fucking cover.
Emotional connection was never part of the agreement, which is why I don't think that's the case I lost.
Yeah, so like I saw like the intro to this shit.
Yeah.
Where like they parade everybody out.
Yeah.
And they just slowly figure out what's going on. But I never got. I only know the premise of them. How do they make them fuck Charles and Jimmy? Like, what do they do to like?
Oh, they put them in extremely horny situations.
Yeah.
Like what? Give us an example.
Like, well, they put them in dates. They give like a couple on the show their own like private suite kind of thing. On the show, they all have to share a room.
Oh, and a bed? Is there sharing of a bed?
Most often, yes.
Is
So
there-
they put you in horny situations like that to try to get you to fuck, while at the same time saying, "Don't fuck."
Yeah. And if they do anything, they lose money.
Yeah, a
Like they
kiss is
take it out of the
$3,000.
pot.
And it just keeps going up from
Yeah.
there.
That's disgusting, and I kind of want to watch it now.
It's like it's the worst.
It's
Like,
just the worst.
So bad. But it's something about it. It has a charm in a disgusting way that I'm just like, I can't stop watching this
Yeah.
bullshit. Like, yeah.
All right, who are you rooting for? Shout out some names, because
Oh,
obviously there's people who
I'm
are
not
like, they're-
rooting for a single one of them.
Oh, okay. You're,
I hate myself for watching. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess the Canadian, just because that's how stupid that is. I'm like, I'm Canadian, I guess. But
I want the Canadian dick to fuck,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Like know.
but only when it can fuck.
Yeah.
Only
they
when it's
do-
time to fuck.
They
Oh, yeah,
do
they-
give you permission.
They give you allowances.
if
They
you
do.
if you start making an emotional connection with someone, they will let you fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. You get a watch and it lights up, and then it's like, hey, you
Time
can
to
do
fuck.
whatever you want as long as that stays green.
Yeah.
So if you're in mid in and then they turn it off, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there.
Where's that show? That show.
Season 3, man. I'm
Season
telling you,
3,
it's
it's
getting
coming.
racier. It's getting racier.
There's the Hacienda. I think it's the Hacienda on Survivor, which is like all of the online shit.
Yeah.
There's Last Chance Kitchen for Top Chef or something.
Yeah.
Like there's always these after shows that have like the R-rated shit in them.
Yeah.
I want to see the R-rated version of Too Hot to Handle. Otherwise, I'll just go
that's
to
true.
we'll just go to Pornhub.
Well, I haven't finished it yet, so you never know. Season finale
Ooh.
could really end on a banger.
We'll see.
Like a literal banger.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the end of season 2.
I need to.
Oh, you finished it.
I did.
Oh, okay,
you
all
did-
right.
Oh, you did, you
There-
shameless bastard.
Season 1 and 2.
But that's the kind of show it is that when you're done, it's not rewarding because the whole show sucks. So when
Yeah.
you're done, you're just like, oh, I
feel
still hate
bad.
myself. Yeah, I still hate my. Yeah, this
I'm
is
not
awful.
hot. I'm hot, but I'm hot enough to handle.
Yeah,
I actually feel quite brisk.
I'm a little damp. Now I got there, but I'm a little damp. No,
Too cold to hold.
it's just a bunch of really skinny tall people who can't keep body heat.
I've always had bad circulation. Just like both of them.
Does anyone have a blanket?
So me and Martin haven't seen it, and I don't think we will, Martin.
I don't know, probably not.
Okay, and I'm only asking. I don't know. I'm only asking this because I remember having a conversation with you long time ago, not recently. So when I throw this to you, it's not for any other reason than. But correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not just a practice of edging?
That's funny.
Like, isn't that what this whole entire show is about? Is just
Yeah,
getting to the point and then not fucking.
yeah, yeah. If you actually were like, that's hilarious because that would be an amazing strategy for the.
Technically, your definition of edging is wrong.
Oh.
Edging is just not climaxing.
Yeah.
You could still fuck, but you just can't climax. So that's a different
Okay.
definition.
True.
Sorry, Reddit would have been all over us for that one if I.
Yeah,
if I
no.
correct us.
I was thinking of the way they made Finch in American Pie 2, where he like pours
Right.
water and he like can...
Oh, tantric.
That's what it is. Yeah, I was thinking
Tantric.
of
Yeah, I
tantric,
know.
right? Because I think tantric, you don't even need to necessarily touch each other.
He comes with his mind.
Right, he
Yeah.
can come with his mind thing. So I feel like if you could do that, you would fucking own. Because I don't even think the producers would know how to explain that. You know what I mean? 'Cause they say,
I mean-
you can't touch yourself.
Yeah.
But he does. He like pours water out, and he's like, ah. So they'd be like, shit, that's allowed, I guess.
Can I just say this? There is an interview of a guy who just comes randomly. There's a news interview of it. I forget where. They had it on Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
like they would play the clip of him just coming at random times, and he just talks about him coming at church.
Oh my god.
I need to see this interview.
You know,
Oh.
John Lennon wrote "Imagine" while edging.
Really?
Ooh.
A match.
That's from Orange Is the New Black.
That's funny.
Nice deep cut. I like it. So, all right. So Netflix, we know where it is. We clearly know what you guys think of it. You feel like a bag of dicks after it that haven't been able to fuck.
But
Right.
worth it. Watch it with a significant other. Or
Yeah.
just watch it with other people, and you'll feel so good about
Yeah.
yourself
Is it a
until you get to the end.
Perfect. Okay. How many unused boners out of 10?
Wow.
To both of you. Jimmy first.
Because there were a lot of unused boners.
No?
But I don't know if I'd give them that on the rating scale. I would say, you know what? Maybe 3.
3 unused boners.
I'd say because this is like a reality TV scale. Like, it's not Survivor, it's not
Yeah.
Big Brother, but it's, yeah,
Eh,
it's a show that exists.
it's out there in the ether.
Yeah.
Charles, how many hard-ons would you not use give it?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with Jimmy there. I'll go 3, just because there was a crew involved, and those people have jobs, you know, and I'm happy for them that they have work, because you
That's
know,
really
like
nice.
right, like that's great, and the show got made, and it found its way to Netflix, and fuck, they deserve some credibility, I guess, for
Don't
that shit.
fuck.
That's right.
Yeah.
I really hope that they eventually are like, we're shaking it up this season, and it's Too Cold to Hold,
Wow.
and it's like set in Alaska or somewhere.
Oh, God. But you need body heat. You need body heat to live.
Can't touch each other, yeah.
Mhm.
So then they'll finally start being like, let's put the reality back into this.
It's just people saying, "Get your feet off me, they are freezing."
Those are sharp toenails.
Oh my god.
They're put in the private room, and there's just somebody there with the coldest feet, just ready to touch them.
Just cold feet through a glory hole.
Ugh, gross.
Ranky, boot, sweated, covered, glory hole feet.
I don't know if we mentioned, so they don't tell these people that they're going to an island to not
That's
fuck.
right.
Like,
That's
they
right.
think they're going on this wild reality show where they can do wherever they want.
Yeah.
So they're sold Temptation Island, and when they
Yes.
get there,
Yeah.
it's a Hutterite village.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's funny.
I don't know how that works for the contract, but is there like some hidden little writing there that they can't?
They definitely take a note out of like Apple, where it's probably like 58 pages, and it's like ridiculous. So they just skip to the money, cool,
And,
and
then
they
you
see
become
that.
a human.
Mm,
centipede.
Right,
Fine.
because it probably says you cannot fuck, but fuck is like big, and cannot is really small. So they just see fuck, and they're like, yeah, right, and then they're just like, let's sign this.
That's a trick of the eye. I like it. I like, fuck. Give me a
yeah,
pen.
yeah. Ken and not is this big fuck, and they're like, Ken fuck, yeah, bro.
All right.
There's
All
a
right.
lot of bro talk.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll try it with Shauna again because that's who we started. There's no way I was doing that alone.
No.
Give it a shot.
No.
Like, I don't have enough. That's too much shame. Moving on. Martin, what did you watch this week, friend?
I have been rewatching the Clone Wars.
Fun.
It's fun. I just because I did it when I was streaming through Disney Plus. Just figuring out what I was bored one day, figuring out what to watch. But they have this thing called Essentials of the Clone Wars. So if you're like, it's a lot of episodes. I think it's like 20 a season. But if you don't want to watch all that and just want to see what it's about, watch the Essentials because they just give you every important episode that you need to watch.
Supercut? Is that what you're
Yeah.
telling me?
Yeah, there's like a Cole's Notes of the Clone Wars on
Like the filler then.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no filler. It's all canon. Like the whole series is canon.
But they're
in the
like,
Star Wars universe.
it's giving you like a crash course essentially.
Yeah, basically, if you don't want to commit and watch just the essentials, that's it.
Yeah.
So like,
like
if
some-
this existed for Dragon Ball Z, the episode where they get
Yeah.
their licenses would not be in there.
Yeah, definitely not in there.
Fuck. Oh, that could be a whole other episode right there.
Well, this is what it feels like to not know what someone else is talking about. I love Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't that the worst episode of Dragon Ball ever?
I would
Yeah.
say the best episode. Okay.
Okay, what's the synopsis? Bring me in here.
Piccolo and Goku have to get their driver's licenses for no reason.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, because they got to blend. Like you gotta be. It's like if Superman, they're like, hey, you got to be more Clark than Superman. It's like, go get your license, buddy.
Yeah.
And he goes and does it because he's like, you're right. I guess
Because
it should
that'll
be a
hide the
guy."
laser beams coming out of my eyes.
Yeah, but that's basically what it is. Like, hey, fun fact: if any of you have ever played the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game, you have
yep,
to do
yep.
that part,
Mhm.
and that's legitimately like you can't skip it to get the story to progress. You got to go get your fucking license, and it's so stupid.
God.
But they totally did that to be like, we know it's the worst episode, and we're gonna make you play it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Anyways, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, okay, so you're rewatching the Clone Wars through the Essential Clone Wars, or you just watched it through
No,
the
just rewatching just through the essentials part on the Disney app.
and
So-
like, are you doing the thing? Because I did that this week with Ozark, but are you doing the thing where you're like, oh, I had no idea that fucking happened?
Yeah, there's some things that you catch just the second time around, but it's nothing relevant, like super relevant to the story. Like I think I remember what did I see recently? I can't remember. I'm high. But
Everything is-
something I noticed this week, I was like, oh, I didn't notice that character there for a second.
No, I dig when that happens. Like, I didn't realize so much in Ozark was so buried in the first
Yeah.
3 episodes,
Mhm.
and then you go back and watch it, and you're like, oh, poppies and heroin, they've been there since like 37 minutes into the first episode. So,
Yeah.
and like, I just wonder, like, you know, that's the fun thing about a rewatch the second, the third, the fourth time. Are you getting as much out of it as you did the first time with your level of enjoyment, or is this just passing the time and something's going on in the background?
I think for this one, just because it is the essentials, it is like the best episodes of the Clone Wars. I think like these ones I just can't not enjoy, and I won't watch these ones in the background. I'll like legit sit down and watch these ones because there's so much cool action sequences in a lot of the episodes that they play. And the episode that I'm on now is you get to learn how the Jedi younglings make their first lightsaber, and which is something that I always wondered and wanted to see. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, that's how they do it.
So cool.
It's
That's
like,
like,
a Harry Potter one shop.
Exactly.
And it picks you.
yeah. That stone chooses you.
If that's the case, that lightsaber on the wall has been trying to break out of here ever since I bought it.
Not one of the
It's
it's-
calling to Martin. Just give
Yeah.
it to me.
Yeah, someone's
went-
throwing it somewhere in the world.
Where's Mjolnir?
Yeah.
What was that? You dropped it in the chat group, Martin. This is Star Wars related. That animation series that's coming
Oh,
out. That,
Visions.
Yep.
what I didn't get a chance to check that link out, but what is it about? Because I want to know more.
Which one? What if?
Not the what if one. I watched the
Oh,
what if one, but it was either you or Rob who dropped the link about how Star Wars is going to be doing anime stories.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, they're doing it. I think it's Disney Plus is coming out. I think next month.
Yep.
This is the first time anime has ever touched Star Wars, so I mean, it's gonna be really well. There's a couple of videos that I don't think were legal, but like Disney gave them the rights. Like, yeah, just make us some cool Star Wars anime. So there's gonna be a lot of like samurai influence and stuff like that, and a lot of like the backgrounds will be a lot of Japanese influence with like the mountains, the bamboo, and stuff like that. A lot of honor involved in it, and I think we're gonna see one episode called the Twins. And from what I've read, what it's about is if the dark side had two twins like Luke and Leia, so it'll be like the opposite.
Yeah,
I'm looking
it's,
so forward to that.
Disney's so smart too. Like the trailer that they released, it's literally the animators talking about what it was like when they found out they were going to get to work on Star Wars. And it's exactly like Martin said. There's one animator that's like, Japan's beautiful. So I have like mountains from Japan. I have a mountain range from Japan. I have flowers from Japan. But it's like exactly that. It's like you realize more than ever the Jedi are basically samurai. But like you're having
Oh,
the
yeah.
Japanese be like, we'll show you
Let's-
samurai
Yeah, well,
Jedi.
it's giving
right?
it the Japanese treatment.
Absolutely, and it makes so much sense, and it's beautiful. Like, and what's neat is each episode is a different animator, and it's like a different team
Yes.
on each. So they're
Right
they're
on.
calling them shorts,
Yeah.
rather than like
Like
episodes.
12 minutes.
Because I think they vary. Like I think one is half an hour, one is like 11 minutes. It's kind of like Netflix's
You know what it's gonna
like
be? It's gonna-
robot thing.
It's
Like,
going to be Love and Robots.
yeah, but it's
Point.
genius because it's just like it's yeah, like it's the fact that they're finally allowing anime, like Japanese influence, to finally, like, I love that they're just allowing Star Wars to be what it is, and it's for everyone. So everyone
is.
should be able to do something with Star Wars,
What's
right?
your-
Like,
Brian Johnson, but whatever. Like,
You know what? I'm gonna call him Ryan.
yeah, Ryan.
There we go.
Ryan.
Shred him.
Fucking shred him like Kylo Ren. Anyways, no, I don't want to keep talking about that.
I heard he was shredded.
So, all right, yeah, that's too good. That for everybody out there besides me and Martin being the fucking stupid Star. Well, Charles is too. Where y'all are, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Why I'm trying to hog the spotlight. That's awesome new Star Wars news. Like when I saw that, I was like, because I've been repeating this over and over again weekly that animation is my new thing, and I'm like, oh, my favorite thing done this way. And what samurai movie? The Shogun Assassin? Is that what Lucas took from? That's one of his major like thievery moments where he was like, I'm going to take the story of Shogun and put it into Star Wars, but I will just give him spaceships and electric swords, and it will be different. No one will say copyright, but I'm excited to see how they're going to take it and run with it.
Yeah,
that'll be.
There's so much samurai. There's a lot of samurai influence in. I can't remember. I think it's episode 6 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. There's that whole episode was basically like a Kurosawa film.
Yeah,
it was just nonstop. They had like the cool little breezes between the duel when two people were about to fight. So
even even Ahsoka Tano's episode felt very much like a Ronin, like Ronin storyline, right?
Yeah.
Like the way that she even battled and everything was so samurai, like very clean cuts, and she would just hold the saber and let the enemy fall, like literally split. Like it was just I love it. I love it so much.
It's very
great.
Kill Bill.
Yeah,
It's
very Furukawa.
Very Tarantino.
It's very Predators.
Jimmy.
Point for Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy, check it out.
Tenet,
baby.
Oh, that's so good. Tenet.
Okay, how many in honor of, because they've changed the name because of its semi wrong term. How many Slave Ones would you give it out of 10?
They renamed Slave One?
They're renaming it
Yeah,
because
it's
of the term and how it associates to other rotten things. And it's Disney, so they got to watch their back. But so we'll call it Slave One going forward because we're 1.0, so that's fine. But yeah, it's shitty that it's named after that. But how many Slave Ones would you give it out of 10, Martin?
8.8 Slave Ones. So Slave One without just the bottom, just the tip is cut off.
Just what tip?
Just
Sorry?
the tip at the bottom of Slave One is cut off.
Are we talking about Too Hot to Handle again? Just the tip?
Too cold to hold. They are the Ghostbusters and they're in control. That's where it's from, right? That's Too Hot to Handle, Too Cold to Hold. They are the Ghostbusters and they're in control.
Wow. I want to name the episode that now.
They don't say how much just the tip would get taken out of the pot.
They
Right?
No, it's true. It's true. And like
now, question. Is that based on the length of your
I don't know.
yeah, see,
Skin Dong Millionaire?
I don't know.
There's so many variables, man,
Yeah.
involved. And actually, in season 2, there's a few times where they're like, they make a comment about they're like, oh, well, that's actually, we'll allow it, but maybe something to think about for next season. Like they're even like, yeah, so because there's so many variables, so many involved.
I want to say one thing. I'm just imagining that the announcers like sitting there and he was like, well, anal's okay. Like
No points for anal this season.
right, like that's just like the guy who does the trailer reads like next time.
Michael, that's called a loophole.
And for that,
Okay,
a lube.
How many
hole.
points do you fucking have over there, High Socks?
I'm
Like
sitting at 2. We're fine.
we're fine. Okay, all right.
Loophole.
A lube.
Loophole.
A lube hole.
A lube.
Yeah.
I think Ghostbusters should be the theme song for Too Hot to Handle season 3. Because
Oh my God.
Bustin', it has that lyric, Bustin' makes me feel good.
But not in this show.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Okay, all right. Charles, you want to go next? You want me to go next?
Oh man, it's up to you.
Okay, I'll go next.
What'd you watch this week, Michael?
I love it when they ask me that, Charles.
What did you want?
Makes me feel so important. I finished Race to the Center of the Earth.
Wow.
So we kind of
Journey to the center of the earth?
no. That's Brendan Fraser in The Rock.
Right.
No, Will Ferrell in The Rock.
No,
or
that's...
Brendan Fraser in The
No,
Rock.
Brendan Fraser was in number 1.
Am I right?
He was in
Okay.
the first one. Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
And
Now-
Will Ferrell's in Land of the Lost.
Yeah, which is a gem. a
Okay,
hidden
they
gem.
all revolve around a hollow Earth theory.
They
so
do.
just let me have a half point.
So does Godzilla versus Kong.
That's very true. That's very true.
Piss me off.
So Race to the Center of the Earth. Yeah, I've been watching the last couple of weeks. We took a break because one of the girls on the show, I don't want to drop names because then I'll make people think something before they watch it. And they really should because it's fun to watch with family and friends. And if you want to like gamble and bet on like what team is going to like come in first, like
I've never seen it, Mike. What is it about again?
in short, the executive producers from Amazing Race couldn't do it because of COVID. So they went to National Geographic and said, we'll do a scaled down version. 4 teams, 3 members per team. They race across a section of a marked territory on the globe, and they all have to race to Hawaii to $1 million buoy.
Cool.
Whoa.
And they literally have to pull the money out of the water. It's like under the buoy. Well, it's not really
That's-
under the buoy,
That's cool.
but it's under the buoy. So there's Russia, North America, South America, and Southeast Asia are the terrains.
Whoa.
And they're not equal. Sometimes one team is swimming. Sometimes one team is rock climbing.
Whoa.
But you're doing different things over the course of your race. And then they all get to Hawaii and compete over 3 days in Hawaii over different terrain, rock
Wow.
climbing, swimming, cave diving, all this all the cool shit that people do that are like healthy and active that I don't.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right.
So
White people zip line.
you ever been to Vegas? You want to see a zip line? Want to see a zip line with puke? Go to Vegas.
I'd love that.
Right up fucking Fremont. I've seen it where they start and it's just this long splatter as they go down. They're like, whoa, fuck yeah. So, anyways,
Ugh.
yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch if you're in like the horseshoe. But, so I finished it and we stopped watching it because one of the contestants on South America like made me and Shauna angry.
Oh.
Like she would get so whiny, and what made us the most it's not the fact that she was whiny that made me upset because I was like, I'd be a giant bag full of bitch if I
Yeah.
was doing like Shauna would be breaking up with me. Fuck off, you loser, you're holding us up, dead
Right.
weight, cut it, move on, right? And like she hurt herself somehow, and then her team was like, come on, let's go, let's do this. And they'd be like, we love you, and she's like, fuck yeah, I get this. Like a lot of that.
Right.
But then the other girl got hurt, and she was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I was like, cunt. Like, why don't you have any fucking decent feelings for your team?
For sure.
Because she was just screaming at her to move. And I was like, 2 days ago, you hit your elbow on the train, and you couldn't get off the train. And now your friend...
Yeah.
who had knee surgery on her ACL going down a mountain crying because she's got no cartilage, and you're like, come on, slowpoke. I was like, fuck you. So we had to stop watching.
No, see, I get that, though, because I once hit both funny bones at the same time.
Were you were you in stitches, or what were you?
No.
What does that
It
do
just,
to a
like,
man?
really a little bit hurt for a few seconds.
But, like, okay, one hurts, and then, like, is that, like, I
Oh, it was almost same time.
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Unison, funny bone.
I cried.
That's a funny boner.
It's a threesome. If anyone asks.
Anyway, so we finished it, and it's fucking awesome. It's one of the best. I like reality shows that have a challenge,
Yeah.
something to
Too hot time?
It's not a challenge. That's a hard challenge, not to fuck.
I'm
On a
not.
show
No,
where
hang on, you're
everyone
right.
just wants to fuck.
I'm not saying that's not hard.
Did
I'm
any
sure
of them fuck?
nobody fucked.
Well, see, that's no
So-
fun.
Yeah, no, you guys had half penetration. almost.
Weak.
Yeah, no, all I had was like adventuring and athleticism. And
Yeah, no.
like,
If there's no fucking, I'm not in it anymore.
but shout out to Team North America because they went through Canada. They didn't go through the States. They went through Canada.
Oh, sweet.
So they
Less people.
started on Newfoundland and they had to go up the coast, like climb up a rock face, out of a boat, like no fucking around.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Here's your rope, climb, bitch,
Yeah.
and then like work their way across Canada. And they were leaving Kenora
Oh, cool.
for one episode, and I was like, "Fuck, they're coming through Winnipeg, right?"
Yeah.
And then the next episode, they fast forward through all of Manitoba, all of Saskatchewan, and land in Drumheller. And I'm like, "Fuck you, producers!"
It's so funny.
They're just walking down Broadway.
Like, what they couldn't come here and like, I don't know.
What, Michael?
You're gonna climb the Golden Boy.
Yeah,
What?
climb the Golden Boy.
There's a rope.
Physical.
Climb them.
I would say just walking through Broadway at like 2 a.m. is pretty challenging.
Yeah.
Grade 8.
Yeah, get them hammered, have them do a Winnipeg pub crawl, and migrate back to their hotel. We can do that.
We'll give you a pocket knife.
But yeah, so anyways, they skipped Winnipeg, which was heartbreaking. But if you want to watch a really good adventure show, if you liked Amazing Race, like I've been saying this for weeks, it took me forever to watch 7 episodes of television. But again, this one woman was just like, we would leave the show and Shauna would be like fist shaking and like angry old men from the Muppets, like just losing her shit on it. And I was like, this is not doing us any justice for our mental health here, this woman. So
she's ruining our lives.
but it was an hour and a half a season finale. So you guys know how reality television, right?
Oh yeah,
just
they
clip.
They milk the fucking shit out of it.
Oh my god, like the one team that was in first place was like a day ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
And they were just like pulling the udders. They were like, gotta make this last an hour and a half. So, like, do whatever you gotta do. Like throw the slow motion film over top of it, right? Like just let it just go.
They always feel the need to make sure because they feel like their audience is forgetting. They're like, we're gonna announce who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And it's like an hour later.
And then they come back from commercial and they're like, "Okay, we're announcing who's gonna win."
Yeah. But let's look at this clip about what happened to Samantha last week. And then
Exactly.
it's ridiculous.
So
it's insane.
it's on Amazon Prime. I give it.
Sick.
How many Hollow Earths would you give it, Mike?
There you go. I give it 7.5
Wow.
Kong-filled Hollow Earths.
Hmm.
Yeah, not
That's
Kong.
a lot of Kong.
It's a lot of Kong. It's not enough dong, but it is a lot of Kong. Man, this whole show is just draped in penis envy. Anyways, Charles, why don't you cap us off on our opening segment here, sir?
Penvy.
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
What did I watch? Oh, should I be okay? So nobody
whatever
brought
you
it up.
wanna be.
I'll bring it up, but I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil
Oh, yeah,
anything
'cause
for anybody.
you were dick tickling him
But I
earlier
watched-
with it. Yeah.
I've caught up on Loki.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it.
Okay,
I'm
I've-
really enjoying it.
I've read the synopsis for last night's episode.
Okay,
or
yeah.
Wednesday night's episode, I guess
Yeah.
now. Yeah, because I had a concert the night after, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to watch it. So I read about it, so I know what happens. So you can not worry about me spoilers.
I just
But him.
what I will say. All I'm saying is that what makes me really happy about this show is Disney is finally and Marvel is really they're treating Phase 4 what it is, which is like, holy fuck, we're at a Phase 4. Let's just go. Let's let the dogs loose. Let's fucking go. And what I love is it's at a point now where it's above my nerd levels. Like they're talking about shit, they're exploring shit that I have no idea. So it's really awesome to just be like a fan, or just be like, yeah, a regular fan like everybody else. And like for the first time, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's behind the curtain. I don't even know, like, you know what I mean? And it's nice. Like during the whole phase with Thanos, like I always had an idea, always had an inkling. It was still awesome. It was still surprising, right? But you always kind of had it in the back of your mind of like, yeah. And like, but with this and where Phase 4 is going, I feel like they're really wanting to like, I keep saying this to Jimmy, but it's like being a kid in a comic book store and being like, this is a comic and this is a comic. You're not even worrying about what issue number, you know what I mean? You're just like, take me on a journey. Let's go for it. And I don't know. I love how it is really building the MCU. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I did not think this at first, but the way that these shows have been going, especially with like how WandaVision started and where Loki's going, I'm a little more excited for these TV shows than the movies for the first time. I never even thought I would ever think that, but yeah, like these TV shows it's great. And yeah, I just love being surprised by everything again. It's fun.
So I want to ask Charles, I don't know if you saw what I dropped in the chat room the other day, but when you look at Disney Plus and you look at the timeline order of the MCU, did you notice that Loki is before WandaVision and
Yeah.
Thing 2?
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes. Yeah, I did. And I'm like,
I think that's going to be significant to something towards the story. It'll probably tie something in later.
Totally. And what I love is it's kind of playing with the idea of I don't really know now what is even our timeline. Do you know what I mean? Like I have an idea, but now seeing, multiple, like they're really are embracing the madness part of Multiverse of Madness. They really are. And what I love about that is that even the comic book universe had an event. They always call it an event, but they had a huge event where they decided, you know what? We got to go back to basics. There's too many versions of Spider-Man. There's too many versions of Cap. They had a multiverse war where they all battled, literally. And, like, they even teased that in Loki. They were like, timelines started splitting, and then one timeline wanted to rule all timelines. And I'm like, are they fucking seeding right now that they're going to build up to, like, the multiverse war? You know what I mean? Like,
These are retcon dots all over the place.
for sure. And I love it. I love it because it's like, and they're at a point where why not? Like, why not? Why not just reach for the stars? Especially, like, I hate always doing this, but it's always in the back of everyone's mind and theirs. The fact that DC is still crash and burning with this, Marvel can run and have confidence in themselves more than ever.
I want to say something about that for a second here, because I also want to. Martin, you're up to date on Loki.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, I just want to say that I think the comparison game has to stop.
It does,
Like,
for sure.
They're
For sure.
Like, Marvel is so far ahead.
Yeah.
That just to continually beat DC in the dick
It's
for
mean.
like being late to the party.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking animated movies.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
But no, they they
For
rule.
sure.
They rule.
They
in that
literally
department.
should let their animated team rule the movies.
Everything. Yeah, I agree.
I
Seriously.
totally agree. Like the
Seriously.
universes they create with Harley Quinn and everything that they do with Swamp Thing, even like
That was wicked. I
Right?
can't believe they canceled and ruined that.
Why would they?
It was so good.
Who was it on again? Was it on Prime or Stars or
Uh,
USA?
It was on USA, I think.
USA
Yeah,
Network.
and it was
But, like,
James Wan, man.
They never
Anyways,
gave it a
like,
chance.
anyways.
I just wanted to say that like the comparison game is no longer allowed.
Yeah,
Like you really have to go Marvel's Marvel, DC's DC.
Yeah.
And one didn't start early enough. And to your point, Charles, before I hand this over to Martin, is that they were so hyper focused on a good foundation with the Avengers
yeah.
that they're like that was like doing what they're doing now was what they all walked into the room day one when they met each other. They're like, let's do all this, but they
Yeah.
were like, we
We got to put in the groundwork. Yeah,
before phase 4, we need to
Absolutely.
do phase 1
So-
perfectly.
absolutely.
With that said, did you guys ever think that Loki would get his own TV show after seeing
No.
Avengers?
No. I like it. Like I think every especially with the way Endgame started, right? Like they open up that movie with Loki's the first one gone, right? And it's hard. It's a hard scene, and it's emotional and whatnot. And it's one of those things where you realize this movie's gonna be tough. There are people that are,
Take a moment and think for a second that Loki, WandaVision, and Falcon Winter Soldier were all in development.
Yeah.
While Endgame
I know.
was out.
Isn't
So
that crazy?
They were playing such a fucking long
Yeah.
game that
Oh,
they
yeah.
knew in Endgame
yeah.
when they snuffed Loki.
Yeah.
That they're like, no,
You
we're
know-
bringing him back.
Even crazier, dude, is like with Spider-Man. Like everything that they said they were going to do with Spidey, they said in 2016. They're like, and it was over our heads because we were just like, what? Spider-Man's in the MCU, and
Can't
now
take another Spider-Man
looking
movie.
at where No Way Home. But you know what? No Way Home for me, again, I think is going to be it's really going to be capitalizing on the Multiverse of Madness shit.
God, I hope so.
Because
I hope so too.
so happy.
it really feels like it's gonna have to, because especially with I think they officially said that Doctor Strange is gonna be in No Way Home. Like, you know how Iron Man was in one and blah blah blah, so Doctor Strange is gonna be his buddy in No Way Home. And I'm like, why have Doctor Strange there if you're not gonna
Connected.
Yeah, man, because then that's just a waste of everyone's
I
fucking
agree.
time, right? And Marvel they're not in the business of doing that, really, at least in the last
This is too expensive.
5-6 years. Yeah.
This is too expensive of a venture
Of for sure.
to fuck around.
Absolutely, man. And they can't.
Martin, I want your 2 cents on Charles, you close the door, because we're gonna smoke out Shauna. I want your 2 cents on last night's episode. I just want to say, was Richard E. Grant as good as Richard E. Grant is?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a show stealer for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, Jimmy, have you seen it? Are you watching Loki?
I have not.
So
I don't
yeah,
want to spoil it then.
I don't want to say too much,
Yeah.
but it is
I'll say this, but did last night's episode kind of feel like Thor Ragnarok? Kind of that vibe?
100%, and especially the way it ended. I was like, "Fuck!"
I know.
It's like ending it right before Thor shows up for that amazing Led Zeppelin intro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like. That's why I'm so excited for this season finale. Especially 'cause I'm like, Marvel's also being so mysterious. Like they're like, is it a season finale or is it a series finale? Like, do you know what I mean? Like they're not really letting us know if there's going to be multiple seasons or if it's just like, oh, because the movie's going to take like, it's so good though.
No,
It's so good.
all right. So between Martin and Charles, because I can't vote on a thing I haven't seen, and Jimmy, like you didn't get out of WandaVision, did you?
I did not. You
Yeah,
guys
so you-
told me just get through the first 3 episodes, and I don't want to have to do that. Can't it just be good?
You know, I know you're gonna change your mind when you actually see it and you understand where they because each to
I
tell you
just-
now it's far enough gone to tell you now.
I want to get to the Malcolm in the Middle part.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a great episode.
That's all
which
I want
is
to see.
which is
That's a
awesome,
great
and so
episode.
is the Modern Family one too.
Yeah, they like honestly after they after their tribute to Dick Van Dyke, which I respect, it starts getting to the point where it's like, okay, this is more for everybody. You know what I mean? And also it starts really putting in the groundwork for like, oh,
Each
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that's what
Each-
I want.
Yeah.
each show, Jimmy, is rooted in her childhood
Okay.
in some way, shape, or form, and when you find that out, it makes sense because what do we do when we're having a bad day? We like to go into a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
And usually that fantasy world is made by somebody else. And that's exactly what Wanda's doing without giving you away the farm.
So answer me this then. all
Riddle me
three of
this,
you.
Kat. Yeah.
Is Evan Peters just in it for bullshit?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, dude.
No.
They actually not only do they sprinkle it in such a fucking fun way, but it's not just them being like, it's
that's what I
literally like
assumed.
everything they do is a game plan, and the way
Okay.
they kind of
I want X-Men.
it's cool. Oh, and
just
they
want
know.
X-Men to be
Oh,
good.
dude, they know. There's some mad X-Men references in
I
WandaVision.
just want it to be
Like,
good again.
I was reading actually an article the other day, and some stuff that one thing they pointed out is the bottle of wine that they have in the Dick Van Dyke
Oh yeah, the
is House of X.
Yes.
And
yeah,
that's
House of X
literally
one,
a
yeah.
reference to fucking X-Men, right? So I'm like,
on.
they know, like it's the foreplay, man. They're gonna be fucking diving into X-Men soon. This is all just the foreplay of
Jimmy,
it.
I'll watch it with you.
So do you think they're just gonna, like, are they gonna reboot X-Men again?
So what I think is they're kind of putting together the dream team because with Multiverse of Madness they can get away with doing that.
Okay.
Also, I feel like the fact that they announced Fantastic Four is them making an effort to be like, again, teasing with X-Men. With Fantastic Four, I feel like they're doing what Marvel does. You'll see. Like
Okay.
2-3 months after Multiverse of Madness comes out, they're gonna say, "Hey, here's the redesign of Phase 4, and it's gonna be like X-Men something because something is gonna happen in Multiverse of Madness to trigger an X-Men movie."
That's what I want.
If they do
Oh, and
the,
it's gonna happen, man. Like, I almost want an X-Men show at this point. Like, why the
Yeah.
fuck not?
that would be sweet.
Right? Like, the cartoons fucking knew how to do it. Just give us that live action, and I think that would be fucking sweet.
Who's your Wolverine though?
You know, honestly,
Danny DeVito.
did you guys see what Hugh Jackman did, by the way?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he did.
teased it. Why
Yeah,
would
man,
you do
and
that?
he looks good. Like, he looks like Wolverine, and he's just posing with Kevin Feige.
I think that
a little
no, hang on,
fucker.
hang
Oh,
on, hang on.
man.
There's two things to that. I think he's
it's
trolling
Deadpool
everybody
3.
because he looks younger in that photo.
He does, and it looks photoshopped a little bit.
That's
a little
from
bit.
when he met him, like when
Yeah.
the purchase happened.
Yeah, I heard about that. But
That's-
also,
yeah.
I
Why
heard
would
there's
you
a
post that?
huge. I heard the big rumor is that the writers from Bob's Burgers pitched Deadpool 3 as a road trip movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, literally a road trip movie.
oh my gosh.
Are road tripping across the states for a mission that Deadpool's like, you're the only one that can help me with this. And they're driving in a truck across the states, and I heard that was their pitch.
Do you think
And
it's
right
gonna
there,
be-
Reynolds was like, you guys have the job. And rumor is Jackman loved that idea.
Of course
Because
he
the
did.
rumor has always been that if Jackman was ever going to come back, it's obviously going to be Ryan Reynolds. It's like luring him
Well,
in,
and
right?
there's also the factor that Logan is based on a separate comic book series.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And not in line.
It is.
Like when they did Wolverine, and God bless the idiot who either didn't know this or the person who was smart enough to figure it out, but they pulled from different series.
Yeah.
They're not chronological
Yep.
like Avengers is.
Yep.
So
like how X-Men Origins Wolverine is.
Yeah. But what's neat is Logan still, like, they do reference Liberty Island incident, which is right out of X-Men.
I'm not
1,
saying,
right?
yeah,
like,
no, I'm
it's
not.
sweet.
But it's different timelines.
Totally.
So they
took
played
from everything.
They played
almost.
with a Logan who found himself,
Yes.
a Logan who was trying to find out who he
Yeah,
was,
right.
and then a Logan who died.
Yes. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a big chunk of time.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I heard that the actress that played Laura, like in Logan, has always had a really good relationship with Kevin Feige, and after the purchase, she was contacted.
Cool.
So, I mean, I think it would be cool that the new Wolverine for the MCU would be her.
Oh yeah.
Kind of have a backstory with Logan already. You know what I mean? And with Multiverse of Madness, why can't she be? Like, I'm
Anything is
telling you, this
possible.
multiverse thing is going to be fucking wicked.
It makes me dizzy.
Yeah,
because
right?
It's going in so many directions. All right. Oh my God, we can comic book
Oh,
deep
yeah.
dive every fucking day of the week.
Totally.
It pains me to be like, stop. But at the same time, I know what's coming, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited for this one.
Oh, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, strap in your seats.
Whose idea was this? Was this yours?
Get a popcorn. Whose idea was this?
Yeah.
Get their
I think it
drink.
was Mike's.
Everybody, just go get a snack because you're going to enjoy this one. I think this one was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this was yours.
think this one was mine. So, ding, ding, dang, ring that bell. Insert dramatic music here. Whatever you want to do. Go to YouTube and play it yourself. Yeah. This week's debate came from the fact that I was like, man, I haven't gone to one of these in forever. And I feel that since we've moved to Castos, we've been able to see other places. We have France now, guys. We have Russia. I don't know if they understand us. I don't know if these are like expats who like came here and learned shit and then they went back to Russia and this is what they took home with. Who fucking knows?
No, Michael, these are people learning English, and they say, listen to the Real Debaters to learn your English well.
That's awesome.
That Mike guy, he's got some great sayings. So I'm a poor man's Matthew McConaughey.
Remember how we used to talk about rock voisine in French class? You're rock voisine in their class.
Rock cuisine. Oh, that's great.
Oh, I love that.
I gotta get all the points for that reference, Jimmy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what? That's
no.
at least worth one.
I think I need the Twitter handle of that. At Rock Cuisine in French class. No, so I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, man, we haven't gone to one of these in a long time. And for everybody who's not from here, we have, and I know these things happen elsewhere. People call them buck and does. Other people call
Where, Mike?
Yeah.
Where are we from?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. We're from Manitoba. So in Manitoba, and I think Saskatchewan, Ontario do it too, but we do this thing called a wedding social.
Yeah.
So to get money for the wedding, we throw a party where everybody spends money on us.
Yes.
Spends money on booze, prizes, tickets,
Yes.
comes, gets drunk, eats food at midnight.
Comes.
Shit they don't need. Come.
Sorry, you said it so loud, and I was like,
Comes.
So, hold on,
That was
Michael.
announced.
But if you do it right, everybody should come. So
Yes.
that's good.
Throw a
Wow.
good social. We should all be coming all over the salami.
next social, too hot to handle theme.
How'd you know?
Too cold
Did
to hold.
you guys win at socials? Is
yeah.
that a thing
I have.
you can do?
I have one at socials.
How you cheated?
I'll tell you about it after because
I've never won. I've witnessed how many.
Never won.
I've won
Never.
some shit.
I've
So
never won anything.
in honor.
Jimmy, sorry, can I just say just one more thing to Jimmy? Jimmy, if you only buy drink tickets, you're always a winner.
Wow.
That's true.
Thank you, Martin.
That's true. And it's
Thank
always the
you.
cheapest pricing too.
Yeah.
Go
Anyways,
ahead, Michael.
in honor of not being able to go to a wedding social in 16 months, and the reason I was thinking about this because I was like, God damn it, I haven't had to go to a wedding social in 16 months. Because whenever someone's like, hey, we're getting married, you're like, you either donate money, like you pay for tickets, or you go and throw more money at them. So to end this debate,
There's also a third option. You
What's-
could just not give them anything.
oh, okay,
That is an option.
write that on the chalkboard wall.
Leave the message as unread on Facebook.
Yes.
You guys do that too?
Yeah, I invited you to tons of shit, asshole.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for not joining the Real Debaters.
That's
Facebook
my
page.
Carlos account. You were messaging Carlos Fernandez.
So in honor of, we're gonna have our own socials here, and to make it make sense with real life tradition, you either go and have a good time, or you just give them money. We're gonna have a 2-for vote system today. So one vote goes to would you actually go to this social if this existed, and then the second vote is who did the best idea. So instead of just
So I'm going to win by twice as much this week.
you could have
All right.
you could have 2 points out of this. I figured
Wow.
let's twofer.
Wow.
Twofer. So pre-show rules, everybody. We had to, Martin, correct me if I'm wrong. So the whole theme was take a movie character, and it didn't matter. Movie and TV, 2 movies, 2 TVs, 1 of each. Didn't matter the sex. We don't give a fuck here. Sex is just a stupid bullshit label society puts on you. Marry whoever the fuck you want because it's about combining the characters and having a good time.
It's about getting other people to pay for your wedding.
That's exactly what it's really
Right.
about.
Yeah.
So if you're not from here and you're getting married, do one of these. Listen to this and do it like one of ours, and then
Everyone will think you're a genius.
think you're fucking master. So we had to come up with who was doing the music, some social prizes, the midnight meal, which is, and in the episode notes, everybody will have a link to what a Winnipeg, Manitoba social is, so you can skip this part if you want. But so food, DJ, prizes, themes. How are you throwing this wedding social? And you could pull from all the canon, from all the movies that all your characters have been in to make this event happen. Am I missing anything, Martin?
Nope, that's it.
Sweet. All right. So I will go first. And fuck, I'm excited for this. This is just stupid. I was just like, I'm going to go zany. Well, I think it's zany. You should never preface something funny you're about to say
I
by
would
saying.
describe all your debates as zany.
Okay. All right.
When was the last time anyone used the word zany? This was the. I can't remember.
I don't. 97?
I was gonna go 55.
Zany.
I'm zany kind of guy.
I'm a real zany guy.
All right.
Go
so
ahead.
I went online and I was really. I originally started with Pulp Fiction. I told you guys I was going to do Pulp Fiction. And then I forgot that it was a character from each. So I was like, fuck. But then I'm like, wow, whatever. Let's just do whatever
That's why
we
at
want.
first I was like, is he making Pulp Fiction a character?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy was asking the same thing. What?
It's like, damn.
This is the whole cast. We're just gonna make a fucking
Damn.
Vincent Jewel Vega,
Wow.
Uma,
I was gonna say
whatever.
We could have the wedding party. That's the wedding party.
That is the wedding party.
Oh my god.
Totally. So I wanted to find common ground after. I wanted to find 2 people who had a lot in common. So I landed on Indiana Jones and Laura Croft.
Nice.
And he's like an
Power couple.
man.
Well, no, non-age descript guys. Like we're not. Like I mean,
He's played by Michael Douglas.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Kirk might show up.
from the grave. He'll come. How dare you act this
The
badly?
tube.
So
Indiana Jones of the Tomb.
Indiana Jones. So I've and the only reason I picked that was obviously they're both grave robbers. They're historians. They know how to
Archaeologists.
archaeologists.
They're gorgeous.
Legal grave. Wow. Yeah. I mean,
They are pretty.
Laura's okay, but I mean,
Some might argue, Mike, too hot to handle.
That's the name of the episode.
it's got to
right?
be. Gotta be.
From the
Thank
studio
you.
that brought you too hot to handle.
Thank you, Jimmy. So the title, when you put it on the ticket that we get, that $10, $15, now $20 ticket sometimes, depending on what they're doing. My ticket will say Indiana Jones and the Temple of Laura welcome you to an evening of dancing, whip cracking, robot ass kicking, and of course to celebrate the future marriage of cinema's favorite grave robbers. We'll start with the midnight meal. And I really tried hard to pull from both of these guys, but eventually Temple of Doom was really the only thing that I had working for me, but I've modified it a bit. So out of Temple of Doom, my favorite Indiana Jones movie, we have Chilled Monkey Brains, which in this one is a giant gummy candy shaped like a brain covered in strawberry jam. We also have Why Did It Have to Be Snake's Surprise, which is a snake, a snake-like cake, been drizzled in, like it's got the pattern of the snake and all that shit, gummy drop eyes, that's stuffed with chocolate and peanut butter, and then tacos.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason I picked tacos was because in 2001, Taco Bell did a promotion for Laura Croft.
Yeah.
And it was the only food-related item I could find that had anything to do with Laura Croft. So, tacos, Why Did It Have to Be Snake Surprise, and Chilled Monkey Brains. All right? And it, like, fun, I didn't want to do the traditional, like, in here, guys, we do the kubasa, for everybody who's not from Manitoba. Kubasa bread, meat and all that
Kielbasa.
stuff. Kielbasa, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm Ukrainian, I
You
shouldn't
got
even-
your mustard and your mayo.
Yeah, totally. Your mustard and your mayo. So for my prizes, let's move on. So a grand prize, a round trip around the world, all expenses paid to all of the places that our favorite archaeologists have been to. All right.
Wow.
First class airfare, 5-star accommodations, and a real up close and personal life of both of them. So whenever you go somewhere, you have a historian talking to you about things from the movies and the video games, and then from the movies itself, right? So like you put on headphones or whatever, you know, and walk around, and you're like, this is where he did the cup thing, and this is where he stepped on Jehovah, right? Like all that cool shit. So that's the grand prize. Social prizes, the normal prizes. These are the prizes you buy tickets for. More tickets after you bought the fucking ticket, and then hopefully you win some dumb shit. So I have the walking staff of Raw.
Wow.
For the outdoor adventurer, right? Just to walk up a mountain,
Wow.
right? Then I have Ark of the Covenant luggage.
That's nice.
Luggage always wins at us. Like luggage pulls in big ticket money.
Don't even put your tickets in there. You're not going to win it.
You never. The more you put in, the less you're gonna win.
Yep.
Which makes no fucking sense, but that's the law of averages, I guess. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Cradle of Life bath bombs for the at the end of the day
Ooh.
after you've been robbing the tree of life or whatever the fuck it's called.
You stink. That's why you got to take a bath. Use a bath bomb.
You stink. You stink. That's the soundbite right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put that on TikTok on repeat. You stink. Laura says you stink. Along with that, what else did I have here? Oh yeah, and then we had airsoft replicas of her pistols, the Heckler
Ooh.
USP
I
match,
like that.
Dope.
a die-cast motorcycle, not to scale.
Still don't know what that means. Still don't know what it means.
Is that the same size?
No, it's
Is
actually
that real?
talk about that later. A die-cast motorcycle signed by Indiana and Henry.
Mm-hmm.
So Henry Jones Sr. and Indiana both sign it. And then, if you remember, which we're going to talk about next, the DJ, Simon. You remember the robot from the movie?
Ah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So a weekend with Simon, the musical robot, to do your bidding, right? So if you want to, it'd be like a Johnny Five, or maybe the robot from Rocky IV, that kind of thing, where you have a buddy for a weekend.
My God.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, give yourself a point for that, dude.
Fuck.
That was just it was so quiet too. It wasn't even like it was quiet and boom, everyone heard it.
That's timing, ladies and gentlemen.
Brilliant.
Okay, so all right. Next, they have them at weddings, but they've also had them at wedding socials. I want to have a photo booth, but my photo booth is sacrifice victim from Temple of Doom. So standing there, there's like a fake human heart on the other side, but when you reach inside, you just pull shit out, and that's what you do the photo with. So he's there and he's ripped open and bleeding, and you're just like, oh, his heart, dink. Oh, happy wedding, guys, like that kind of shit, right? That stupid dumb shit. So that's my photo booth. What else do we have? Oh yeah, and what I had inside, I had fun like treats and prizes too, like Pandora's box Tupperware or Triangle of Light geometry kit, right? Because it's a triangle and a protractor. That's the only thing I can think of when I saw the triangle. The MCs, we have Henry Jones Jr., Henry Jones Sr. and Hillary the butler.
And Junior.
And Junior. We have them all. But we have Hillary and Henry Jones Sr. because they're English and they can tell rotten stories about Indy and Laura, and everybody will just listen because English accent, right? What else do we have for that? Yeah, intimate details, English accents, harsher jokes. It's all great. Like Ricky Gervais. That's the whole point. Like Hillary can insult you with an English accent way more than I can insult you with my Canadian-esque demeanor.
Yours is more offensive.
In between this, the MCs will come up and there'll be trivia questions like, what's Laura's favorite discovery, or what is Indy afraid of? Snakes. Why did they have to be snakes? I had to figure out how to put that in somewhere.
So good.
On to the booze. Marion Ravenwood, ladies and gentlemen, from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's right.
As much as she hated Indy, they reconciled apparently, and she decided to be the bartender.
Yes.
So if you can do 10 shots with Raven, you get entered into the grand prize. Just like doing
Ooh, I like that.
like that.
That's good.
Some shot for shot grain alcohol with Marion Ravenwood.
What is
Very
the
good.
grand prize, Michael?
The grand prize is the trip around the world.
Right.
Yeah,
Of course.
It's okay. There's a lot here.
Yeah.
I jizzed all over this one. DJs at wedding socials, they can be kind of a dick. We all know this, right? You walk up, you're like, I want to hear Pony by Genuine, and they're like, get fucked. You're like, but it's Pony.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah,
Coming up.
Macarena, buddy. Anyways, so I decided, if you guys remember in the opening scene of Tomb Raider, Laura battles the robot.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the robot can be programmed to do lots of
Yeah,
things.
he's playing that tape.
Playing that tape. So then she takes the thing and then
Yeah.
puts in Laura's party mix.
That's right.
So Simon is the DJ.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
But all he can play is Laura's party.
That's it. But it's a mobile DJ. He's moving around.
good track
Oh my
though.
God. It's a Roomba.
It's a Roomba. Yeah, just Simon sits down and vacuums up.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can rip your own playlist off and then plug it into them. That's what I had. So
Love
take your favorite, so everybody can like play with the DJ
Right.
instead of DJ just playing for you. Then we have a play area because socials don't give a shit about kids, right? It's always that adult environment. So what I had was like Laura's opening sequence where her training facility is, but it's like a bouncy castle. So it's like been set up, brought outside. Parents and kids can interact in it. We'll have a 6-foot deep box filled with sand and like all of the artifacts from like the head from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh yeah.
And maybe another heart from Sacrifice a Victim, like whatever. But the kids will be able to dig shit up. Lastly, we'll have a whip cracking contest outside. Because
Someone's gonna get whipped in the face.
Yeah. I don't have insurance. It's not my problem. No, it is my problem.
It's your problem. It's your argument.
I don't have insurance. Keep doing it. Find someone who does. Damn it.
You can't sue me because I'm broke.
Sorry,
So-
I'll
so
save
think-
these for after.
So think axe throwing, okay?
Okay.
But whip cracking. And then if you donate $100 to the Save the Snakes Foundation in Indy's name, you'll get private lessons with Indiana Jones to crack a whip.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
welcome to my wedding social of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Laura. I will give the floor over to Martin first.
I want to say, Mike, good job this week.
This week, fuck you.
You have my vote right now, even though you are the first one, but you have my vote right now. Unless someone else can swing me a better argument, Mike has my vote. And I might say, oh, we're done recording the episode for today.
Thanks, Jimmy. You guys are in my corner.
I really liked your argument. A lot of really cool references, a lot of really cool things that use it with the characters to tie in with the social, which is pretty cool. But the one thing that I found was a little bit disturbing was your social got more and more dangerous as you progressed in your argument until to the point where it's like, are you going to be having ambulances outside your social because you're going to need them? I mean, and also too, the playground for kids, I don't think that's the greatest idea because give 10 shots to any adult in that party and they're going to end up on the bouncy castle with vomit. It's going to be that puke thing you mentioned at Las Vegas. But other than that, good job this week, Mike.
Woohoo! Thanks, Google. No. You know what? You can't Google this shit. I'll admit it. I Googled it. And then I was like, okay, find common ground. And I totally give it to Martin. Yes. Going and seeing Marion before you go to the... Like, if anybody sees Marion before they do anything else,
Yeah.
their life expectancy is 77%. So, yeah. And I guess insurance when you need it, not when you don't.
Just don't put anything in your name, and then I guess you don't need the insurance,
true.
right?
Totally. How do you spell Fernandez?
A Z at the end. Always a Z at the
Always
end.
a Z. All right, fair enough. I dig it. I like this. Jimmy.
Okay. Big fan of your invented prizes. Huge fan of that. That was very fun and very funny for me. The decision to include children.
I knew I was going to go for this.
The decision to put in a 6-foot pit.
Loose gravel. Very easy to dig through, but also very easy to fall into.
Gonna lose a few of those kids, Mike.
Has anybody seen Timmy?
He doesn't have insurance. It's okay. They can keep doing it.
That social was the best. I lost my son there.
I think that's the new, for the sake of the argument for this episode. I don't have insurance. It's okay. Just keep going.
Okay, so throwing children in a pit, bad idea.
Someone's gonna get whipped in the face. Yeah, man, that's gonna hurt, and I don't know if I want to go because that guy's gonna be me.
How do you feel that it would be you? What makes you think you'd be so clumsy to get nailed in the face with a whip?
Because I already don't win things at social.
So the only thing you're gonna
Why-
win
I'm
is
not-
a crack in the face.
I'm not gonna win not getting hit in the face with a whip.
You'll probably get a faulty whip.
Honestly, I'll whip myself in the face.
I
Don't even
just,
do anything. It just hits you.
if I may,
Mm-hmm.
if I may retort.
Absolutely.
Where's that from? Allow me to retort. Oh, Pulp Fiction. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Allow me to retort.
Yeah, Jules.
I'm the foot fucking master. I just was considering all my friends who have kids because like obviously my debate comes from a place of no children, and obviously proves why I should never have children. I'd be like, go in the background playing that 6 foot deep box. See you later.
I dug a hole in the back just playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep digging. You'll go to China.
I'm just thinking of the pit from Community. That's where Mike sends all the kids to play. Get in the pit.
Yeah.
I'm in the pit.
So, okay, fine. Fair enough. Yeah. I was just thinking about no babysitter. Bring the kids.
You were thinking of others.
Yeah. Without insurance.
Thinking of others isn't going to help you win debates, Mike.
Yep. Hey, hey, I've got a vote already, so shut up. Anything else?
No,
sir?
I think I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah.
What was your favorite prize?
Oh my god. The
Staff of Ra,
mm-hmm.
Ark of the Covenant luggage.
Mm-hmm.
Airsoft
Oh, love
pistols.
the luggage.
Love the
'Cause
luggage.
that's just such a social prize.
Right.
And if you're gonna win anything,
I just figured
make it
there's
a luggage.
like a walking staff is something that someone's like, I had this in my garage and you asked for a social prize, so here we are.
Yeah.
Right? That's not like something you go out and you go out
Yeah.
and buy Jets tickets or
Right,
a
right,
car or some shit. But
Right.
you can, we'll give them this on a, anyways, whatever.
But it's a staff.
It is. It shows,
Staff of Ra.
it shows the secret city, man.
That's right.
It's fucking
Like put the do you have
camels, Indy, camels.
Can you shine the light in it too? Just like
then
sold.
Snake.
oh, there's
Take all my tickets.
I start fires.
Charles.
Yeah, no, I loved it, man. I loved how much effort you like really put into it, and I loved that you did a really solid equal amount of collaborating with both of them.
I was really trying to be
Like,
mindful of that shit.
I feel like Indy and Laura would be they'd love this fucking social for sure.
I could see them being in love.
Yeah. Especially old Indy. You know, he's got something about that wisdom. Yeah.
and all that Viagra.
And
Yeah.
but like no, the prizes were fucking wicked. Yeah, I wrote down the Ark luggage just because exactly like luggage is such a social prize. But I think Ark luggage like it'd be the same. Like it'd open up and there'd be a light and it'd blind them at first, and then they're like, "Oh right, the Ark luggage."
Yeah.
And then I love the Cradle of Life bath bomb. I thought that was great. That was a very nice touch. The photo booth, I loved.
It's a ball of bath. And go on.
I love the photo booth. The way that you stick your fucking hand through it and his chest and pull out whatever it is. That's great. I love it too because you don't know. You're just pulling out whatever and you gotta take a photo with it.
I was like, I wanted to make it mandatory where you have to recite what the crazy priest says
Oh gosh.
Every time.
every time.
Every time.
And Shauna's brother does a uncanny. It's if you're not in the room, you swear you're in that temple.
Before you put this together, you have to record him doing it.
Yeah,
we'll
no,
just
yeah.
soundbite it.
Yes, I'll just do a fucking rip of it so people can hear it. It's honestly even bad audio. You'd be like, that's the guy.
Does he have Sankara stones too?
We can get them. I mean,
We will get them. I know it.
random note. My search engine algorithm on Facebook Marketplace is nothing but like movie props
Love it.
and cartoon. It somehow has read where it's like Harry.
The algorithm knows you.
Yeah, the algorithm knows me. It's like Star Wars toys.
Love it.
And giant cutouts of movie characters, and I'm like, oh, I got to keep. This
Yeah.
is a fucking wave I want to ride.
It's like, all right, Mark, I'll give you this one.
Anyways, okay, all right, round one done. Ding, ding, ding.
My only rebuttal.
Yeah.
Only,
Sorry. Yeah.
Only rebuttal. I do have to agree with Martin, is I do feel like
Don't.
it is a little dangerous. Especially with Simon, because as we all know, Simon can fucking lose his mind. So I feel like if enough people are plugging music in and out of him, he might just snap. It's good that Laura's there, but you know.
I'm gonna call technicality because he was programmed to kill Laura because she walks in and she's like, was he programmed to take my head off before or after?
But
In some sort of
he-
accent.
Given a social environment, that could be his moment where he becomes self-aware
Right.
and he loses his fucking mind.
Someone's gonna plug it into the auxiliary cord. am I right?
Okay, John Connor.
Don't do that. And then, yeah, I just
Auxiliary port.
also
Why
just
is it so sticky back here?
he did not.
Ectoplasm is a ghost.
I just feel like too, just given the environment and given how they are, it'd be really hot in there. I just feel like it'd be hot,
Hot
super
social.
hot.
Too hot to handle?
It's
might be a
gonna be
little bit
too hot to handle just a little bit. But yeah, otherwise awesome, man. Killed it. Absolutely killed it.
All right. As always, we did not discuss who was going next. The power is all mine. Charles, you're up.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec. I am the timekeeper, so I can't fuck it up.
No, you don't have to keep time right now. You don't have to keep time right now.
Oh, I don't?
No, no.
Well, I am.
Okay.
so-
Done.
It's your funeral, bud. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So-
the time is.
All right. So yeah, I love the social theme. I went with classics. Michael Scott from The Office is marrying Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. So
That's a hybrid.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was playing around with so many different things, and then that one was always. There's a part of me that was always like, I wish they did a little bit of a crossover episode or something just to see what the hell that would have been like. So I'm like, this is their crossover episode. So the theme I went with, basically I just called it Little Sebastian's Cafe Disco. Is the theme of the social. The midnight meal would be so it is being the whole event is being catered by Hooters, which is one of Michael's favorites.
Nice.
JJ's Diner, which is one of Leslie's favorites. So at midnight there will be a hot wing bar, and then there will also be a waffle bar with all the fixings and everything like that.
Ooh. Ooh. You okay? All right.
So some of the prizes I have: self-defense and paintball with Dwight and Johnny Karate. I got a mega gift card. You know how there's always that lottery gift card basket.
Yes.
So you got
Shauna won that once.
Oh, that's a good one. I think
won-
that's a
that's a
good
good
one.
She won a
Nice.
wagon full of booze and scratch tickets
Dude,
and a fucking
see-
sword.
Those are sick.
Take
A
her to all
sword.
socials. She's
Okay.
got the winning mentality.
She does.
That it takes.
She
for
knows the
silent auction.
strategy.
Take her to all of them.
Yeah. No. She's fucking well equipped to pull down.
So yeah, the lottery tree gift card basket would be like gift cards from Tom's Bistro, you know, JJ's Diner, Hooters, of course, since they're catering the fucking thing. Also, you have one basket is Pam's teapot and the iPod from the Yankees swap.
the Yankees
um,
I
God,
know such a
the-
little office, but I know that one.
That's a great one. Tour of Pawnee and Scranton with Leslie and Michael. That's just a
boy.
gift from them because they just love where they come from. Oh yeah, my favorite, one of my personal favorites is Church with Angela. That's one of the that's just the prize. A prank basket from April and Jim, so God knows what's in it. And
So ripe with goodness.
a candle basket from Jan when she made some candles there for a bit.
That's really nice.
Some of her favorite scents. I went for the MC. I went with Daryl, Andy, and Tom. Just because they all kind of have experience already, and they know how to bring the house down. Music and DJ. So I do agree with you as well, Michael. I do agree that sometimes the DJs at socials are really fucking lame.
Cox.
So I thought let's switch it up.
Joe.
For the 12th time.
I thought I would switch it up with this one, so I was like, let's get some live bands, and given that
Okay.
it's cafe disco,
Not common, but I like it.
Daryl is a big fan of the funk with the keyboard, so he knows how to do the cafe disco. And then I would throw in some of Andy's a cappella group because that's just like a what the hell's going on kind of part of the social. That'll be like the if you need to go outside and smoke or whatever, you could do it during that.
They'll be doing that. They'll be singing over the draw
Yeah, exactly. They could be doing the draw. Yeah, that's great.
and singing the prize winner.
And then you'll have Mouse Rat. We'll have a special performance. It's Andy's band, and
Nice.
then ended off a very smooth and sexy evening with Duke Silver. It's a very special thing. Like I think people would come to the social just for that. So I also would have unlike Michael's scary children corner, I would have a timeout corner for when people get a little too drunk.
You had a jail.
I'd have a jail. So it's called the Toby and Jerry corner. So basically any Tobys and Jerrys of the night can just go there and sit, and they'll probably a little bit so that they can sober up. Meredith would be the bartender, kind of very much like your Ravenwood. Like Meredith is a straight, nobody knows booze better than Meredith. So I feel like she's a very reliable bartender. Entertainment 720 will produce and organize the whole social. That's Tom's incredible entertainment company. Oh yeah, sorry, I also forgot. I'm such a banana. I also forgot one of the prizes was a bag of some of the best meat and also a flatbed of some of the best lumber by Ron Swanson that you can find. So it's a meat and wood type of prize there. But yeah, and then I guess that's basically everything that I had. So that is my that's my social with Michael Scott and Leslie Knope.
All right, well, I was going to write my notes down, but I'm going to do them now because they're still fresh in my mind, so I don't fucking forget, because there's so many things I loved and very little things that I didn't. First of all, your chicken and waffle thing goes two ways for me. One, because it's fucking delicious, and maybe I shouldn't talk because I was serving snake cake, but, like, that's just a fucking heavy meal. Like, it's just designed to, like it's just, like, the midnight meal is just designed to be like, oh, you're drunk, sober up to get home, and you're like, you're fucking drunk, and then you're gonna have people sleeping in the hall after, trying to wake them up, covered in hot sauce, like fucking hot chicken, right? So that cancels each other out. I really love the jail. I was going to incorporate a jail somehow, and I was like, I was trying to use the Nazis, but I was like, who fucking uses Nazis? Like, that's just like, this is just
Kids are just getting autographs by
right? Like in what was the movie that Tika did with Scarlett?
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
I wanted to have a bunch of like, people,
A fun Hitler.
Well, a fun Hitler, but like they just like every time they walk into the jail, they're like Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler. Like, I wanted, because that's the only funny Nazi scene I've ever seen.
Don't make that the name of the episode.
No. Nazi podcast.
It's a Nazi party.
That's from Tusk, the Nazi party. I loved the gift certificate thing, but here's where it fell just a little flat. What's the name of the company that Michael works for?
Oh, Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Miff.
Should have been a Dunder Mifflin gift certificate.
For paper and paper products.
Michael move.
Yeah, like free paper for like 6 months or something stupid.
No, not free paper. Like a gift certificate for 10% off.
Oh yeah,
your paper.
Yeah.
And it would be like 30 of them in there, right?
So it's still,
and he'd be like,
still a sale for.
and Michael would be like, I gave them 300% off, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
something
yeah.
dumb. So that's where I was like, okay, that whatever.
Yeah.
So that's my only qualm. But the jail really stuck out for me because those two guys, like the jail at a social is for kids.
Yeah.
Right? They're
Yeah.
like, oh, mom's in this, in jail and whatever, timeout. But like those two guys, you would be crawling the fucking walls to get out of there. So that is a perfect. Oh, and the fucking prizes. I love how your prizes are the shittiest things from all the people. like you just give it away. I was going theme, but you're like, no, these are all the shitty people and the shitty things that these shitty people do, and those are what you win. Fucking perfect. I'm done. I'm out. Martin?
Also love the jail. I wanted to ask, did you include the meat tornado as your meal in your midnight meal? Because I thought if you did it, that was a thing missed.
That's what it was.
The meat tornado.
Remember, yes, that's when he first gets like Ron hooked on something other than like his standard steak.
Like a burger or steak. Yeah, it's a meat tornado.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't like ethnic food, as he says. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Damn.
That would have been perfect for salami.
Yeah, that's
on the
a really
shoulder.
good one. Or just scallops wrapped in bacon, because I think that was just yeah.
And also, I wanted to ask, did you also reference my favorite character on that show, John Ralpho?
Oh, dude. Entertainment 720. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Get in that a little bit, but yeah, I was trying to figure out how to really, really fit him in because he is just something else.
He's great. I love him. Ben Schwartz is great. But my last comment, I love the prize, just church with Angela. That's your prize, just church with it.
I was like, what would Angela actually say? And she'd be like, I'll take you to church. And that was a contribution.
Like, I would be trying to pay people to take that gift from me. Like, just be like, yeah, no.
I felt bad. There were no other tickets in it.
Angela's.
Ooh. Jimmy.
Just 1 second. One more thing. I don't know. I think I'm just coming down off the weed, so my brain's starting to fire faster. But a tag that you could have had from Church with Angela was just Church with Angela, not just a prize, but a gift from the Lord.
Wow.
A gift that keeps giving.
Bless you,
That's
my
great.
child.
That's
Bless you.
great.
Jimmy, talk to Charles.
Man, not a lot of flaws with this one. Like, this sounds like, as long as you just kind of do.
I don't know. I feel unsafe about it. Just saying.
You do.
Do you have insurance?
You need insurance for this thing.
720 Entertainment takes care of all of that.
Like I'd feel very comfortable at this wedding social. Like you can just stand and kind of watch and enjoy it like it's an episode of both shows.
You know what, Jimmy? For you, everybody wins a prize.
I don't know. That's the only problem. I don't know if I would put it. Maybe the prank gift, just because it would be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to buy tickets, and I just.
Jimmy, no one's gonna go to church with Angela. This is your time to shine. This is Jimmy's moment.
If you're gonna win anything,
I just like flood it with tickets. Too.
Just get your name called up there. See what that feels like.
Just write your name on each ticket and.
Jimmy, please. I've never won. Call my name. I'm the only one in this basket.
Just do it. So that's my only qualm. I just don't. Yeah, man, you put together a pretty solid debate. I just
appreciate it.
You did? Yeah,
I had fun with it. I
big
had
fan
fun
of
with it.
jail. Big fan. I think that's just a social necessity. I think.
Yeah, it was. It was just like Toby was the. And I'm like, well, yeah, drunk tank, jail. Yeah, that's
Jail.
Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could definitely be something that's good. Actual wedding socials. I think that'd be really nice.
You gotta have something. Because sometimes there's just too many idiots. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I want you to write to CBS and be
And
like,
be like-
if you ever bring back both shows,
Yeah.
do it like this. Do this episode.
Yeah. This is the crossover idea.
Here's my spec script.
This
for
is the multiverse of madness for Peacock or whatever the fuck you guys are calling it.
No
now.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Third up, I nominate Martin.
Okay, strap yourself in. Friends, imagine, if you will, the year's 2021, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Transformers and GoBots are real and have been part of our history for 37 years. And you know what, friends? They're not doing so great. The war against the Decepticons and the Renegades is now over. Earth is peaceful again, but the robots in disguise are not doing so good. So what happens? Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots, and Leader One, the leader of the GoBots, form a partnership called the League of Sentient Robots. And they're throwing a social. See, it never in the rules. It never specified that it had to be a wedding social, just a social. And we know in Winnipeg, you throw socials for everything. Even
That's true.
sororities would throw socials and stuff, right?
Fundraisers and whatnot. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Absolutely.
So what you're telling me is you're throwing this, but what you're doing is you're using the social theme.
Yep, social thing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's not the
And
rules. So it's fucking
guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Autobots and the GoBots need your help to build a new place where robots can get basic care and maintenance that they desperately need. Bumblebee cannot. Sorry, let me just keep going. Comment after. Bumblebee cannot afford an oil change. Preceptor doesn't have the funds to get a tune-up. Donate to the new robot maintenance center, Unicron Plaza. Location of the social will be the Pony Corral at Grant Park. The day will be Sunday night cruise night.
Of course.
The food, my MC will be Guy Fieri. The food is basically, imagine all the episodes of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That's the food. My band will be a cover band only playing Stan Bush hits. He's the guy who did the 1980 soundtrack for Transformers the movie.
You got
You guys know it. And I'll end off with my prizes here. So prizes, first prize, the Don Vito Auto and Glass package. Because who doesn't like a new windshield? Autobots, humans, they like it. It's a free windshield, $600, $800, whatever. There's also going to be called for our sentient robots. We're going to have an Energon basket that they can draw in, which is basically so Energon has partnered with Christie Cookies, so they have Energon cookies. Red Bull has the Red Bull Energon drink, enough energy for 8 planetary rotations. And the grand prize will be a replica of the Camaro from now the war biopic Bumblebee. And that is my social.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go first because it's gonna be short and sweet. I'm not saying you have my vote, Martin, but I am telling you that that's an ace. I don't have a single thing to say.
Thank you.
I honestly like it. You, the fact I wrote stuff down. First of all, Kickstarter. The fact that you're using this is like to raise funds to take care of is fucking brilliant. Second of all, yeah, no, you were totally right. It didn't like. I love how you thought of it in that vein, where you're like, no, a bud and a spud, right? Or like Darcy's arc needs funds. Throw a fucking social. A social is a way to make fucking money. People just predominantly want to buy a house with it. Or pay off their giant fucking wedding, what have you. But that I love that. I love that it was a fundraiser. I love that it was a campaign. I love the irony of all the shit that you did with like the oil change. Like you're finding the vein, and then the cherry on the top is yes, Pony Corral cruise night, where a bunch of fucking cars are. I don't know if I speak for the rest of the guys, but like location. That's all I'm gonna say, Jimmy.
Okay. I don't mean to be harsh here, Martin. But why do robots need food?
Oh, Energon. They still need Energon. The Energon cookie. So what I said was like Christie or Mrs. Fields partners with the company that harvests Energon and makes Energon cookies for the Autobots. Tenet.
He included Energon in all of the things,
right.
and Energon, Red Bull, Energon, Christie's cookies, and Red Bull. Man,
These are for our robotic friends, Jimmy.
Where is Shia LaBeouf gonna get any food?
he's hitting him on the food thing.
Meat tornadoes for everybody.
Fuck. Yeah, I got nothing, man. You did a great job.
Yeah, no, fuck. That one's really. When I started this adventure, I didn't plan on him being the best. Like, not in the cards, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine this going a whole lot differently. No, I'm kidding. Charles.
Yeah, I take my money, man. Yeah, no, you absolutely killed it, dude. I love that you used it as a fundraiser to like fucking help the Autobots. Oh my god, it was so good, and I feel like I would be more obligated to go to that one than like. No offense, wedding socials are great and all, but this one is like, you're helping the bots. Yeah, you're helping the bots. They've done so much for us, right? No, I thought that was.
In my chest, son.
That's how you get in. Oh fuck, that
Once
was
your cube pushed in.
So.
Oh, God.
What was the name of your league again? I'm sorry.
Oh, 1 second. Let me just bring up my notes here.
The League of Sentient Robots?
Yeah, the League of Sentient Robots.
That was fucking amazing. That's like a division of the government. I was like, I want to work there. I love. Yeah, the theme was great. Unicorn, or was it Unicron?
Unicron Plaza.
Unicron Plaza. That was so good. And like the plaza could just transform. No, honestly, the Don Vito fucking thing killed me.
Yeah.
Killed me, dude. Like that would totally be where they would post up. Like after cruise night, we just go right to Don Vito. Also, cruise night, I feel like is like the eyes wide shut for Transformers.
Yeah.
So like, totally
Fidelio.
sense. Totally.
We're so naked and exposed.
Yeah,
man. Voyeurism.
We're free. It was great. It was great, man. It was awesome. Yeah, you absolutely killed it.
Oh my god, Jimmy, do you even want to go?
Can I have one more thing to say?
No, you can't.
About your own?
About your own.
Yeah.
What more could you add?
Yeah, what didn't you like, Martin?
The way I got this, the way I came up with this idea was I was watching, I can't remember which Transformers movie it was, but then I was also watching like a Vietnam clip on my phone at the same time. So I was like, what if I combine Vietnam and Transformers and the vets coming back from the war? That's the Transformers. Let's get some funds for them. Support the troops.
You know what? Actually, Martin, I was going to say my one con was going to be, what if the Decepticons show up and fuck shit up? And you took care of that right away.
Right?
And I was like, fuck. And then it's just going to be a party now. We got to help these guys. They've stopped all the Decepticons. Like, fuck.
Totally.
Yeah. No, it was... speaking, also, I just wanted to say, because you're into an anime kick right now, and I'm sure, Martin, if you know, or Jimmy, there's a wicked Transformers cartoon on...
Oh yeah, the War for Cybertron.
Yeah, man, it is awesome. And
Martin
they're
told
coming
me
out
about
with
it, yeah.
part 3, and they're gonna get Dinobots in there and shit. It's basically like Netflix is like mapping out, and now the live action movies are like, oh, that's what fans want.
People
Oh,
want
okay.
GoBots.
Yeah, like we
People-
want
yeah.
Transformers. Like I want more Transformers. That's why I like War for Cybertron, because it's all from their perspective. There's no human element.
Mhm.
So much better.
It's on
Because
my
humans are just thrown in there to just be thrown in there.
list. They're for us to
And
relate
it's
to.
so obvious. They
Shia
have no
LaBeouf
reason.
was important.
Section 7 was important.
Nice undies.
Oh, man. That was great. But yeah, fucking LaBeouf.
Rough. Okay, Jimmy, you
Yeah.
are
Okay.
behind the 8 ball, under the gun, in the corner,
Yeah.
on the ropes.
Feeling a lot less confident, Michael.
No, but you had a secret weapon, JB.
I do, and now I just know I have to pull it out, and it's fine. Whatever. That's why I brought it.
Keep it in your pants, son.
Look, Martin should have gone last.
This is true. I'm glad he went third, because if he went first, I would have tucked tail and ran.
Yeah, we just would have been fucked.
Yeah.
And now I'm just fucked.
Okay. Fair. For next time, we'll shake a dice or some shit, and then whatever. So,
Yeah.
Because me choosing just seems slightly more evil than it should.
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine.
Go on, Jimmy.
All right. Well, for my debate, imagine, if you will, where a planet called Earth in Manitoba, and it's Winnipeg. And
Got it.
For some reason, Shaggy and Napoleon Dynamite are gonna get married. Don't have an actual reason why.
Love.
Yeah, it's love. It's love. So the theme is obviously mystery themed, and you pretty much spend the whole night just finding nothing and being chased, and then eventually you trap him by accident. So everybody, you can be drunk and do that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of.
That doesn't take a lot of skill.
No,
And as I've learned doing this, Scooby-Dang, they don't have a lot of skills.
they're a bumbling group
They
of
aren't
idiots.
good at a lot of things. So this was quite hard. Now, okay, so
Just pretend Martin didn't say a word. Oh, this is.
I don't know, man. Maybe like maybe the Harlem Globetrotters show up. Like that might happen. It's possible. They've been invited. They sometimes drop in. I guess for an MC, how could you not pick just Scooby and Pedro? I mean, Pedro's a man of the people. He won their votes. I think it's totally a
Public
solid
speaking.
pick.
Yeah.
Let's just get to prizes. So, huge prize. We'll just start with possibly the best prize is just a solid weekend of dune buggying with Grandma.
Yes.
Football lessons from Uncle Rico. He's gonna teach you how to throw a football over the mountains. Jeez, what else?
You gotta have a friendship bracelet.
Oh, you can feed Tina.
There are llama rides.
Llama-
Yeah.
how many
Oh,
llama-
there you go.
Opportunity to win llama rides. See, we don't put kids here. We just offer prizes for your kids so you can feel better about going to the social
Look what I brought you home, honey.
and leaving them with a stranger.
This is Tina.
This is
She might have her shots.
the food will consist entirely of sandwiches that are too big for the human mouth. And various milkshakes that will be slurped up in one sip by your dog.
Like just pour it on a bowl.
Yes, and for the midnight meal, you guys, it'll be a Scooby snack and a tater tot kind of like assembly bar,
Ooh.
Nice.
like
Yeah,
a Sunday bar,
yeah,
but
yeah.
with tater tots and
Yeah.
and
Nice.
dog treats.
It's okay. I did tacos, so I get it.
So that's my debate. My secret weapon is if you don't vote for mine, you are homophobic.
Oh God.
Wow, he went for the big guns.
He did, because now he's playing to my sympathies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did I win this week?
Can we all just give Jimmy the win this week?
Yeah.
Let's all take a knee and just give Jimmy the win.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's bow
Let's
for
take the draw. Let's extend our hands and take the draw like Bobby Fischer.
bend the knee, everybody.
You
Jimmy.
actually get more points for ending your debate with "Did I win this week?"
I adore them for this, for all of this.
And you know what
like,
the worst part is? This week I've actually seen these movies.
Yeah, they're like committed to memory. No, okay, hang on. First of all, I love the irony that you've chosen to go with. I love interspecies erotica. I mean, I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith, so
nobody's fucking the dog.
No, but we know it's going.
You got to make sure it says that on the tickets.
There's-
No one's fucking the
There's
dog.
no prize.
Well, I'm not coming then. I'll donate to your cause. I'm sorry. If there's, where's the horse? Just point. Show me where the horse is. Mexico.
llama.
Anybody? There's a llama. There's no llama.
We have a llama.
We do Tina's.
I love Napoleon.
Yeah.
I love Napoleon Dynamite. I do. I feel that all of like a puppy always wins. It's very Shakespearean, right? Put a puppy on stage, everybody's happy. It could be a drama, it could be a comedy, it always wins. The only thing, I don't think any of these people are partiers. Like you're gonna have why are you looking me in the eyes? Don't look down while you're doing that.
Man. They were bumping at the prom at the end there.
Well, but like all I'm saying is that the reason that movie Napoleon Dynamite is so funny is because it is one note.
Yeah.
And it's one note from various people and their one note, so it's just awkward as fuck and great to watch. On the flip side of that, just not a party environment. Like getting Pedro up to like
It's the most awkward social ever.
But, like it's
Absolutely.
a great. You know what it is? It's a great theme for like us to do. I would love to go to a Napoleon Dynamite and Scooby themed social. I just don't know if these people would throw a good social. That's my only problem. And I love tater tots. And I love a buffet bar. A buffet.
So my counterpoint, you don't think that group of stoners knows how to party?
Yeah, the smoke coming out of that wagon.
Especially in the van.
All right, fair enough. The mystery machine. I will retract my comment. You will have at least the groom. Is the Scooby the groom in this scenario?
I did also forget 2 prizes. I don't know if it's too
No,
late.
it's not.
It's gonna sway ya.
You're last, and Martin dicked everybody. So
All right. You win a week.
I didn't mean to dick everybody.
he just walked in with his big dick and was like, "Fuck your debate. Fuck your debate. Fuck your debates."
And he did. So you can win a week of Rex Kwon Do lessons.
Martin, you might have a contender. Rex Kwon Do. You know what I love is his favorite, my favorite line, one of his most famous lines. That guy who was also on the Drew Carey Show.
Yes. Amazing.
Is
Oswald.
What would you do with $1 million?
Oh yeah, 2 chicks at the same time.
In town.
We don't need $1 million for that.
Peter, you watching this commercial?
Turn it on. There's tits.
It's just like a breast examination commercial.
Okay, so Rex Kwon Do, what was the other one?
And dance lessons with Napoleon himself.
Oh, love it.
Canned heat, baby.
That same video with the same
absolutely.
training video. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That should have been the dance. Like, you know how they do the birdie, right?
Right.
Or the electric slide. It all should have been like the big, everybody gets in.
Come on and dance.
He forgot to mention Jamiroquai will play it live.
Yeah, did.
Napoleon will dance.
He told you that before the show, right? Okay, yeah.
Yes,
And
he did.
Martin, do you want to
He
help Jimmy?
There's just no DJ.
You should have not talked. I didn't even catch that. I was like, where's the music? Doesn't matter.
No DJ.
It's canned heat on repeat.
It could just be the DJ from the prom.
Yeah.
Nobody's inclined.
Oh, shit.
Actually, no, that's not true. If anybody saw the after scene credits of Napoleon Dynamite, Kip actually sings a very beautiful song to La Fonda. So he could just
Wow.
sing that live. Yeah. If
For
you
like a
didn't know-
couple
yeah.
hours.
I love technology or something like that. Yeah.
Martin, what do you want to say to young James?
Love the prizes. Tater tot assembly bar. I love tots, so I'm in. Dog treats were awesome too. I feel like because you said it's like you're solving mysteries or in a mystery room. I feel like it's an escape room, but you can bring your dog. That's the theme of your social, which I like. Like it's a pet friendly escape room.
That's the thing, Martin. They're all super easy to solve.
Yeah,
Feel real smart.
So you could say everyone wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody wins a prize at Jimmy's Social.
Hell yeah.
everyone wins. A couple other things. The one thing that was missing in the food area was nachos with too much cheese on it.
Just someone always gets.
Yeah, it just goes like this to the very last scene. It's like, how is he putting that much cheese on like 3 chips? Like, what the fuck?
I'm just really busy. They just always keep saying that.
man. I'm cooking for Chick-fil-A on the internet all day.
And when I heard you were doing this topic, Jimmy, I was hoping that your social prize for Uncle Rico would have been Uncle Rico moves into your house and eats all your food.
He's eating all of our steak. He's ruining our lives.
I would like to back Martin up here and agree, and I forgot to mention this myself. Your prizes are good.
I panicked, forgot a lot of things. I was intimidated.
This big GoBot shadow looming
I've
over
been
you.
emasculated on the Reel Debaters today.
But you're not too cold to hold. Come here. Come on.
I will never fiscally recover from this.
I'll pay for the first 5 sessions. Okay?
Thank you.
It's on me. I caused this. Martin, anything else?
No, it's good. That's it.
All right,
Okay.
Charles.
I forgot to say
Oh,
that
sorry.
I am only making constructive criticism.
As you can see, I'm a huge fan of
Yes.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Dressed to
I'm a fan
impress.
of like 60s, like the reruns I saw of Scooby-Doo were like the OG cartoon
Yeah.
ones where they were like really, really, like for stoners, right? So yeah.
Same background.
No, I think one huge advantage your social has, big time, is that it's pet friendly.
Yes.
Like, dude, if I could bring my dog to your social, I'm fucking there, man.
Well, does
like,
it talk?
100%. She will after that.
Oh,
social.
right on.
a couple of your Scooby snacks, and we got that dog.
I loved your prizes, especially fucking football lessons with Uncle Rico. Bet I can throw the pigskin over the mountains.
And
Oh,
just
fuck.
missing the tire.
Oh. Oh yeah, he can show you how to make his like video, his training video. The only prize I really was missing, the only one was the time machine from eBay.
That's right.
With the
The
eBay.
Tupperware could have been a prize too.
The Tupperware.
But you know what? You saved it with Rex Kwon Do because that is easily a highlight too. Oh my god, grab my arm. My other arm. And doesn't he just slap him? That's
like-
like yeah, he just straight up slaps him.
Goes for a sweep of the leg.
Like,
Slaps him. I need you to take me into town. Yeah, no,
I kind of want to go to a stoner.
Jimmy, I think you did
Dog-friendly
fantastic given the circumstances.
Wow.
man. Okay. No, but honestly, I think I liked it. I really loved it. I would go. I would go.
Thank you.
Well, there's a point to be had, not for winning,
Mhm.
but for wanting to go to a social.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if do we all feel that we've exercised our right to chew each other out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good old vote time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
How
we gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, I will create some drama and I will read them out because Martin's going to throw it up in the chat. So we'll go with that one first, and then
So should he pick ones that he would go to, or is it just one that you would
We'll
go
do
to?
2 rounds. We'll do the first round,
Okay.
and then we'll rack up points that way.
So what's the first round? Sorry, can you explain?
the first round? Will be which one would you go to?
Okay.
If you
Okay.
could only pick one.
If you could only pick one, which one would you?
Then the second round.
The second round is who won.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So pretty.
Before we vote, this week's winner in points is Charles with 5,
Ooh.
Mike with 4, Martin with 4, and Jimmy with 4.
Wow. I'm gonna
It
get
was a
another
tight one.
scoreboard up
That
there
was
for
a
the
tight one.
points.
It was
Points-
a tight one this
yeah.
week.
No, that is that's. You know what that says? That says our brains were all firing.
We're all
and our-
very reference heavy this
yeah
week.
reference heavy. I like that.
Oh, I
like-
love it.
Yeah.
Well
so
done, everybody.
I never as-
Charles, you've won absolutely nothing.
Yes. I get to go to your social. Which I would love to do, actually.
Where did I put my? Oh, there it is. All right. So I'll close it. Hang on. Let me just close the window.
Sorry. Sorry. You said Scooby and Pedro hosted. Sorry, I had to say that. That's awesome. That's great. I like that one.
Just it's not. Nobody's really gonna hear it.
The dogs will love it.
Yeah.
And everyone will vote for Pedro. They won't know what they're voting for.
Social King.
Yeah. Oh. Forever young.
I think they
what
should making a queen and king of the
Oh
social.
my god! And it's not the groom or bride. Like people
Yeah.
vote, and it can be like the groom and bride can be like, we don't even know them.
Friends with
It's
Carol.
like someone's cousin. Yeah.
Who brought
looks
these
like
people?
It's Uncle Rico and Old Man Carol from the amusement park.
Sorry.
All right.
So first round is which one we would go to, and second round is who won.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, Martin, I will read out everybody here. You drop yours in last because I feel that because you spanked us all royally, that's how that should happen. So, with that being said, on the count of three, Jimmy turn around, Charles turn around, I'll turn around, show you my ass, and then we'll go to Martin. All right?
Do I hit enter on 3 as well?
You hit enter on three. Yeah.
Okay.
So, on the count of three, Jimmy, 1, 2, 3, we have Scott Nope. So, Jimmy would love to go to your social, Charles.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Charles,
I went Scott. No.
I wrote
you wrote
Michael.
Michael. Oh my God, someone wants to come to my social. Thank you. Jimmy, how does it feel to.
Real good.
That's okay.
It hurts.
Everything's falling down on Jimmy this week.
Oh, Jesus.
My Funko Pops.
Hansel's
Did you just
hot
get hit
right
in
now.
Did Hansel hit you in the dick?
It's very hot right now.
He's very hot.
All
All
right.
right.
The angel wings. It's
So,
so great.
so here's my big reveal. On the count of three, 1, 2, 3. I want to go to Jimmy's fucking social.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go get stoned and hang out with a puppy and cuddle in the back lane, eating Scooby snacks and too much cheese on my nachos that never made it to the table.
Love it.
And Martin, 3, 2, 1. Charles, I feel like I can I feel like I can finally win my my first social prize at Charles's social. So do we have nobody wanted to go to Martin's?
You know you're all coming to mind if that's a real social, right?
Martin, your fucking GoBots can raise their own money.
They can't. That's why they need our help.
All right. Okay. So this is for the crown. This is for the champion. This is for the winner. This is to go up on the board. For all good things must come to an end. We'll do the same thing. I think everybody's yeah. Oh, I didn't give you a pad.
Oh, that's
Such a
okay.
fucking idiot,
This
yeah.
works. That's okay.
Like, who are you texting in the middle of a show?
Oh no.
All right. So Jimmy, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know.
Martin,
I think this was an easy one.
Vote 1. Martin, vote 2. Martin, it doesn't matter who you fucking voted for because I voted 3. So congratulations, you
I
ass.
voted for you.
You voted for me?
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
You got my vote this week, Mike.
I
Michael,
won.
Michael won. We got a double winner this episode.
I just want to make you guys happy. I just want to make you laugh.
He could be a bullet point to my win on this episode. Bullet point, Michael Petro.
Example, Michael Petro.
But I think we definitely all get points because we all definitely cared.
Yes.
About
Yeah. It was.
there
They
was
were all good. They were all good.
and love in there. So yeah.
Definitely. So like quickly before we close out here, well, let's do some news. We don't have too much news that I noticed, but there was a couple main things that came out this week. The What If trailer
Ooh.
is just like it's kind of what we do here. What
Yeah.
if this? What if we did that?
Yeah.
We just call it a debate because the debaters was taken and they're a great better show and we didn't want to. So but like we what if a thing and then argue that thing out. This is just total fucking fan service. Do we all agree?
Oh, 100%.
Martin,
100%.
Martin, we'll start with you.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, that's a better name for a podcast. What if? A great name, but yeah, no, I agree. And the trailer looks amazing. Like, it's all questions that, you know, I'm sure people have gotten stoned to and watched a Marvel movie like, oh, what if this happened? What if this happened? Or had discussions with their friends. I mean, I'm super excited about it. It looks cool.
And it's such weird mashups. Like, did I not see? Like, it was T'Challa, and who was T'Challa with? It was someone so.
Oh, so
fucking...
he's Star-Lord.
yes,
Yeah.
So
Yes.
T'Challa is a Ravager, so he's basically Star-Lord is
Yeah,
what it looks like.
and like that kind of thing is like Disney's like open the vault.
And also wild because I believe it is Chadwick's last
Yeah,
performance.
it is.
Yes,
technically,
it's
right?
his
Yeah.
last recorded,
Which is pretty
performance.
sweet that it is a Black Panther something. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
It's
it's
nice
very
that it's not just gonna end.
yeah, like it's very fitting. Like I think he, regardless of whatever anybody says, it's like we do get that last kind of
Yeah.
cool performance, and it's something totally from like we didn't
Left
expect.
field, right?
Yeah, man, totally wild, and it looks great. It looks great.
It looks Jimmy.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be insane. Like I'm more than anything, I'm excited for Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
that scene was sick. I was like, oh shit.
has to be an episode.
Yeah,
Like
I
or
think so, too.
whatever. Oh,
Whatever they're doing, it has to be it.
yes, yeah.
It's just these things that like they obviously had to go big with all of their purchases, with buying the rights to all this stuff, the
Yeah.
Star Wars thing with the anime now, and
For sure.
and doing this with that IP as well. But it's I was just like, what the fuck is happening here? And the animation level
It's cool.
is
Looks
so
amazing.
Yeah.
Thor looks fat. I don't know if the rest of that Thor shot with
Oh, that was yeah.
I was like, who's Prince Adam? Like we already have
yeah.
we already have a Masters of the Universe coming back. We don't need another fucking Prince Adam on the screen. But I don't know. Like it really does though. Like you guys say, it plays to all the nerd conversations.
Well,
that
and
we
it's
have.
very, very fitting again with the whole multiverse of madness, right?
Yeah.
This is really like a whole like let's get really mad with it, right? The way to open it too. What a brilliant way to open the trailer. Like taking us back to the first MCU thing ever.
Yeah.
Opening fucking scene, and then what's his face? Killmonger shows up, and you're
Right?
like, "What the
What?
fuck?"
Yeah. No, that
man.
was.
And he's like, "Hey, buddy," and you're like, "What's gonna happen here?"
It's gonna
right?
be
Like-
hard to stomach some of these scenes.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I love Peggy. It seems like she's Captain
Captain
Britain
Peggy?
or like
Yeah.
Captain. Like, yeah, I thought that
Captain
was weird
Peggy.
when she said Captain Carter, and I'm like, well, he's not Captain Rogers. Like, he's kind of Captain America. So I felt like maybe she was supposed to be Captain Britain.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
I guess
like
technically he is
Captain
Captain
Peggy.
Rogers, but
Cap-
Captain Peggy. Yeah, no, but like
Everybody
that's
vote
cool.
for Captain Peggy.
Well, because I heard in that apparently Steve Rogers does exist,
Okay.
but he's more like her side, like the tech guy,
Like her
because he's
Bucky?
still skinny
Oh, is it
and
like
stuff. So
Oh.
he's
is he like
like
Shiri?
I guess so, kinda. But I mean, it's
Or-
like obviously
or-
still set in like World War. So I wonder. But I heard that might be the whole Chris Evans rumor. Remember how everyone was freaking out
Yeah,
because he was talking and stuff again with Kevin Feige. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he would do the dialogue for
Right.
Rogers. Like, why not at that point, right? Like, if they had Chadwick do it for T'Challa, I don't see why they wouldn't get. They probably asked everybody. They're like, "Do you want to do the voice for your character?" And it was probably up to them if they, because I know there's some that
these
they
are
didn't.
these are the endings because there's also another article right now of the multi-year contract is gone in Marvel. Kevin Feige.
Oh yeah, he's not doing it anymore. Right,
He's not
right,
making you sign 13 movies away.
Which kind of makes
This
sense.
is the end of everybody's multi-year
Yeah,
contract.
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
any animation, any live action, any video game, like if they decide to do stuff,
It's just them.
it's just them. They
So it's
well, they
kinda-
sign on for it, and then when they go to develop it, they go, "Do we still want to do this or not?" But they're obligated first up.
Yeah.
Right.
So they
right,
if they want his voice when he signs that contract, then he has to do it.
right.
But if they go, well, you know what, let's go down a different route, or you're busy, or whatever, then
Yeah. Or it's kind of nice because maybe it gives it up to the actor too. Like they can reach out. And Hemsworth is like, I'm in, fucking the other side of the world filming whatever. So they're like, well, then you know what? We'll just find, you know what I mean? Like it's probably,
to
like-
tit for tat with you, Liam Neeson filmed Ice Road here,
yeah, yeah.
did voiceover work in one of the local recording
I
studios.
heard about that.
and they just sent it to the studio.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
yeah.
voiceover
Yeah.
work can be done anywhere in
Oh,
the world.
for sure.
I'm just saying I'm full of bullshit. That saying if you were halfway around the world,
Oh, I
you
know.
couldn't do it.
Especially during COVID time, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Hemsworth. Like he's
Yeah.
got to focus on his muscles.
Yeah, he does. Because you know what he's got after, right?
Hulk.
He's got the Hulk movie.
Oh
after.
man, and did you see that last shot that they put on set where he has the long hair? His arms are fucking massive. Like even for Thor, they're huge. So I'm like, he's definitely already getting in the mindset of Hulk. He
I
looks good though.
I think he made a deal where he's like, if I'm gonna do Hulk and Thor, we're doing them in the same month.
Yeah, and he's got to, and I got to get double.
Yeah, like
So-
I've eaten my brothers.
yeah.
It wasn't actually for the Hulk movie. He's gonna be in season 3 of Too Hot to Handle. That's why he's so huge.
Oh my God.
That's the guess. That's the mystery. That's the big surprise.
Listen, brother, no fucking here, brother.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. So, well, I think we're all gonna watch it. So,
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh
very,
yeah.
very excited.
two of us should always be together in a room talking about it on the show going forward in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
Another little tidbit that happened: Jurassic Park Dominion
yeah,
Ooh,
brings back everybody. Brings back
yeah.
Samuel.
Samuel, yeah, Dr. Sattler, Ian Grant, and somebody help me. He's on the wall over there.
Oh, Jeff
Ian Malcolm.
Goldblum.
Ian
Yeah.
Malcolm.
So this one might be good.
This one might be. Yeah,
That's exciting.
Yeah,
We've
it's-
waited.
I love that you said that. I haven't been a huge fan of this new franchise so far.
Me
Especially
either.
the last one. It fucking pissed me off.
Is that the Lost World? What's the Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah, Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom, yeah.
Everything on the island worked for me. As soon as they left the island, I'm like, so they're trying to do Lost World, but stupid. Like even more, even more dumb. Like we didn't even get a T-Rex going rampage on a
Right.
city. We got a raptor running around in a mansion. Come on.
Back to Elsa
Sorry.
Nublar.
It just fucking drove me nuts.
Yeah.
It really pissed me off, and I hated that the movie ended with a kid. Of course a kid's gonna press a button and release dinosaurs. He's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
I would.
That whole thing
But
was
that-
so stupid.
Kid's also an angry clone.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. That whole
That kid
clone
is its
thing
mother.
was. I really thought it was gonna go super dark, like let's say Ryan Johnson-esque, where right before he presses the button, you hear "clever girl" and just gunshot, kid's head explodes, and then the
Oh Jesus!
guy being like, "Don't ever press that fucking button."
Wow.
Clever girl.
Oh, sorry, just to go super dark there, but
That would be intense.
I mean, it seems like Dominion is going though, where it's like we're back to a Jurassic World,
We're back
Okay.
inside the original.
so Land Before Time.
trifecta. Yeah.
Okay,
Neat.
Land before time.
Bigfoot, like we're gonna, yeah.
The nice dinosaur.
Like I mean,
Is Petrie the pterodactyl in it?
and that's a fan favorite right there.
Oh, he loves some Petrie, man.
Martin, where are you? Because I mean, the news bite, but Charles brings up a good thing. Have you like outside of Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3, those where they still carried that story? Did you like the other two, or were they? I mean, dinosaurs.
They weren't up there. Like obviously the first one and the second are probably the best ones in the series. But the other two, I mean, they were watchable, but I wouldn't. You know, Jurassic Park is one of the movies. If it's on TV, I'm watching it. Like I'm just gonna put it on in the background and watch it because I can recite like so many lines from that. movie.
Totally.
For
You know,
sure.
you know when the music cues, what scene is happening.
For sure.
Jimmy, what about you? Were you dinosaurs for all of them, or not so much?
You know, I even liked 3.
I liked 3 too. I liked how they went back. I liked how they
It's
had
fine.
more dinosaurs. That's where the pterodactyls
William H.
came.
Macy.
William H. Macy, exactly.
What's
Oh
not to
yeah,
Tia Leone.
yeah. Rocking
okay.
around into that airplane
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
was cool. Like I love.
okay.
I'm a sucker for practical effects too,
Yeah.
right? So
It's true.
And
that
if
shit
they
I
could
love.
Just maybe do that with World. That'd be cool.
Fair enough. But the hot point about the whole thing is that Amazon is now going to be distributing for Paramount. Like
Okay.
Paramount Plus gets it first,
Okay.
and then Amazon gets it 4 months later.
Oh, that's not bad.
So
That's not
So
much-
when does that come out at Amazon Prime?
I think Jurassic Dominion is later in the summer. If
It'll probably
not
be
early
closer to
fall.
Christmas. I could see
Yeah.
it being closer to
It's
Christmas.
a fall. I think it's a fall. Everybody back at school.
Okay.
But like it's just the fact that the doors are opening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
double vaxxed,
Getting there.
but yet
Double vaxxed and waxed, baby.
I know it.
Oh yeah.
But yet this deal thing is still happening. Like I feel the ripple effect of movies going to streaming services isn't over yet until there's a booming market, because these studios want a booming market. They don't want anything less than 90%
Right.
occupancy. I don't know.
You know what though, is it's so nuts because I feel like the industry is changing so much literally overnight, with even how margins are being divided in terms of money and whatnot. Because again, you got to look at HBO and how many other networks that were just making TV at all times, right? And they clearly have, like, HBO has a formula and a foundation that fucking works. So it's just interesting that all studios now are like wanting to get into that. But like I said, like overnight, like everyone, like you got Paramount Plus, Peacock, like all this shit that it's like, this is more expensive than cable. Like, how do they expect anybody to be like, I have all of them? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's
Yeah.
it's insane that it's almost like a bidding war still. but I like things. Like, I don't necessarily have to get Paramount Plus because if I'm willing to wait,
Then you're good.
it's going to come on something that I have. You know what I mean? And I like that market. It's almost like back to the old days where releases in America 4 months early. If you're willing to wait, like Canada gets it. Like, pretty sure like the first iPhones that ever came out were like in the States first.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know what I mean? So it's neat that they're at least willing to do that, because that was my biggest thing with the streaming market is like there's like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it's like, how can I be expected to have to pay for all of these to say watch all of them legally?
Martin, you got a take on that, Martin?
Honestly, just I don't want to repeat. I agree with everything with what Charles said. So I mean, yeah.
I heard you chirping there, so I thought you might have. I wanted to give you more because you
Oh, okay.
our asses already.
Appreciate it.
Got wiped by Martin once again.
I voted for you though, Mike.
I know you did. I just can't.
It's only because you can't vote for yourself.
You got to remember, Michael, you're Rocky and he's Apollo, and remember, Apollo gets the best out of Rocky. He just is getting the best out of you right now.
That's
so
right.
He's just beating the shit out of you.
When are we gonna run on the beach together, buddy?
Whatever you want. When you come to Vancouver, we can make it happen. We can do that run. We do that run.
Great. You're in as soon as Martin's in town, Grand Beach. Fuck, we'll
Okay.
get it all set up.
Okay, hang on. Can he
Can I
be?
just say something? I want to say too, like what I love about this show is I really want to make some of the ideas on the show happen. Like I would love to see a Napoleon Dynamite and Scooby Social.
Oh yeah,
Something into that.
Jimmy, that's what I wanted to say. I just remembered you totally pitched it. Like the way that you pitched it at first, I was like, this is a guy pitching a show to a studio.
But it's like a sketch. Yeah.
For me, Earth, Manitoba.
Yeah.
No reason, but
You
Napoleon
totally
and Shaggy
did.
are getting married. I was like, I'm in. I got to get a script. Let's do this.
You pitched
Yeah.
you pitched a
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, it was good. That's how I looked at it, and I loved it. That's why I really
No,
liked
but
it.
that's
I liked it.
do that all the time,
Yeah,
man.
dude, it
That's
was great.
that's the best way to do it.
It was
because-
great.
Fuck yeah, no,
Yeah.
good fucking note on that.
It was great. It was
But
great.
to Martin's point,
Sorry.
yeah, like
Oh.
anybody who listens here, if one of you want to make a fucking GoBots,
Dude, I want to do a promotional, like you know that what is that one that the feeding starving children, Sarah McLachlan song, you know? I want to do that for Transformers. I want to be friends with an animator who could animate Transformers, but like they're down their luck and they need help and they're just like limping along.
If we could get enough hype for Peter Cullen to be like, I'll do Optimus in the commercial.
That'd be so dope.
I just want to sing. I will remember you.
That's how you play out this
You
episode.
will remember me.
You know, because in Canada, they actually get Alanis Morissette.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jagged little GoBot. Oh shit. So yeah, I think that's all.
You know what?
had.
Actually, sorry, just to
No,
say,
no.
Martin, I think that'd be a fun idea for an episode one day where we're pitching a
Oh,
debate.
we're pitching.
Do a pitch.
You know
you're
what?
pitching to a network. That's a debate.
Oh, that'd be dope. Pitching a movie idea or something. Like but like
Going down.
yeah.
That's going down.
That's
no,
always a
we're gonna.
fun one.
Yeah, no, good call. And way to go to do it, Jimmy. The whole inspiration's from you. So
See, without you, where would we be, man?
no, you can keep a table standing with 3 legs, but it's too much fucking work.
That's right.
So
That's right.
like, no, keep fucking grow roots. Don't.
This
that
is starting
means
to
he-
hurt my feelings.
No, no,
No, he wants
no.
you to get
that
aroused.
that was meant to say that you were.
I got the green light.
This is your boogie nights moment, kid.
Did he just green light? Did he just green light my pitch?
Jimmy, I think he's trying to fuck you.
I did not say that wasn't a casting.
We're
couch.
going to allow it. We're going to allow it.
Wow.
You guys have developed a serious connection in the last few hours. We're going to allow it.
Oh, I feel he's been inside. me.
Season 4 of Too Hot to Handle, Michael and Jimmy make a special appearance, and we'll see if they can't touch each other for 48 days.
48 days in this room.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's never a better time to end a show than right now. I'm not going to string this out any longer. Thank you again for tuning in to another Reel Debaters production, and I use that word so loosely when we do. If you want to know more about us, because this is so new, like a couple weeks ago, we got the Castos sign up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Audience sold to Castos. Castos now Hazos.
Hazos.
And so the realdebaters.ca has been stripped to just the bare bones. How to subscribe, where to subscribe,
Love it.
and the episodes. There is more stuff coming. So all of our shit will be in our show notes now.
Sweet.
So we're going to have a better show note presentation with hot links and shit like that. So for upcoming comedy
Hot
gigs
dogs.
from Martin and Jimmy, or shit from Charles, or announcements from me, they will all be not real shit, nerdgasm shit. I just before you guys showed up, I watched Steve-O get shot in the face with a poop cannon. I'll show it to you when we're done.
Still doing it, eh?
Yeah. So
Good for him. I'm so proud.
so check for everything in the show notes where you so if you want to support the show, if you want to shop our merch, all the links will be in the bottom of all this there. It's really easy to find.
Get a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, get a skateboard. Get a fucking just buy one. Mom,
We just need one, man.
This
We just
whole
need one.
room
This
is
is like one
filled
of those
with
80s call-in charity things. We just need one, guys. One more and we get our goal.
like we don't need the money. I just want to make it fucking clear that we don't none of us need the money.
We just want to know that it's somebody out there loves it.
But like
Jimmy's mom still listens. Jimmy's mom buy him a skateboard for Christmas.
Oh, actually, my mom
Seriously.
bailed out like 60 episodes.
I did not expect that to stick. I was like so sweet of her, but I was like, it will get so boring for a mom. That's not. We're not.
That's
we're not.
sweet though. 60.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
My mom doesn't listen, so we go Jimmy's mom.
My mom just sees a notification. She's like, "I saw you uploaded a video. That's great." And I was like, I get it though. I'm talking about fucking toys. So.
Anyways, the point is that we don't need the money, but the money helps the show. It
Yes.
makes all the
Yes.
mundane, asinine bullshit charges that we go through to put this on. So if you want to help us in that regard, you're not putting money in our pockets. We all have day jobs. We're all normal fucking people. But
Well,
It's very nice.
if you want to say something, this is a perfect time.
no, we're normal.
Okay.
We're cool.
So if you want to talk to us, thereeldebaters@gmail.com. And if you want to follow us online, I know our real quicks have been a little late as of nothing as of late, but we're revamping that. We're coming up with a better, easier format for that. And we're just going to talk about the shit we love instead of the shit that's going on. Because, God damn it, these normal everyday lives take up too much goddamn time.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn more about that, Reel Debaters on YouTube, at Reel Debaters on social media, Instagram, Twitter, the Reel Debaters podcast on Facebook. It's all spelled REEL to be punny motherfuckers if this is your first time. To all the fans who've been listening to us forever, you know this shit. I have been a 6-foot pit filled with artifacts this week. What have you been, Charles?
I'm a buffet of waffle and wings, baby.
Jimmy, who have you been?
I guess I'm a sandwich that's too big for your mouth.
And to winner of this week's debate, Martin, who have you been?
Find our Kickstarter, League of Sentient Robots. Please donate to the Unicron Plaza. Bumblebee needs your help.
Oh, watch all the movies, kids. We are gone.